15 seniors got announced. Catch it all, you don't catch it.
Our next senior is Alessandra Hernandez being escorted by her mom, Angelica, and her little sister Jimena.
We're going to read all their names.
Sorry at the top, go down.
She's been in softball for 2 years, cheer for 3,
start with Bryson, I'll go with Lopez. You go
Well, we'll
with
do, what do you want to do, 2 or 3 at a
She's
time?
in NHS.
Oh, you're going to get
Club,
the take
student
all the big ones.
council,
Take Meyer and Lopez.
yearbook.
I'll get their names.
Do we want to
Volunteers
do,
those clubs as well.
do we want to,
Her
we can
plans
do
for the
alternate.
future are to get a bachelor's
Whatever,
degree
I don't
in
care.
dental
Alternate like the
hygiene.
Beastie Boys.
She wants to thank her entire cheer team and coaches for their encouragement over the last 3 years, but most of all her mother, who's been there for her no matter how
57 inches tall, so how many?
late
Like almost
of
6
the
feet.
activities and getting her, and she's the most important person to her. She
I'll
will
bring it
do
back
it all
here.
her heart.
What do you there's gonna be 2
Our next
right
senior
there.
is Larissa Meneses, being escorted by Ana Cristina and Miguel
You don't
Meneses.
want to try to sit down? You get a booster seat. All right, Dan.
She's
What's
done
up?
4 years
Good?
of cheerleading. She's in book club, NHS, and yearbook. Her
Check
plans
mic
for the
one, check
future
mic
are
one.
to go to college,
Yo,
pursue
hello,
zoology, and become a
everybody at
veterinary
Cool FM
technician.
land.
She wants to thank her parents for always believing in her, helping her towards her dreams, and she's the most lucky
Everything's
to have
good.
her
We'll
parents
turn
as
the ambient mic
her
down
parents.
because that PA is super loud nowadays.
Our next senior is Danae Morales being escorted by Daniela Morales and
Not
Mauro
right now, though.
Morales.
I mean, yeah, we can.
She's been in softball for 3 years, cheer for 2. She's been in student council, key club, yearbook. She's a yearbook editor and an NHS. Her
right.
plans for the future are
Give
to attend
us-
NAU or U of A,
Jeez,
to
we
get
got
a
so many
minor
more
in
seniors.
psychology and a major in criminology.
I guess we just.
She wants to
rotate
thank
the
her
seniors.
mom
We
and
don't have
dad
to be on
for
camera
always
today.
pushing her regardless of how hard it got, and especially her older
Just
sister
talking to
who
Dave. All right,
always
we're
was
just
the
about ready
best
to go.
friend to
Ernesto, if
her.
you want to wiggle the camera. Well, just go to the middle and
Our
just give
next
it a nice little
senior
shake.
is Destiny Morales being escorted by Tatiana and Javier Rodriguez.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I just shook my head yes for it, Dan. You can go ahead.
Destiny has been in softball for all 4 years, volleyball for 2,
right.
and cheerleading for 2. She's been in student council.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Cool FM live broadcast of Cochise County Sports. Tonight, you're rocking with Dave and Paul, and we have Bisbee Puma football as they are looking to ice the section tonight, metaphorically speaking, of course. And Dave, tonight, it is senior night here. Dave Davies alongside Paul Quarter.
Yeah, we've been doing this with Cool FM for 3 years now. The first year was primarily Bisbee, and so for senior night, it's so special for the parents and for the seniors on the field, but also for us. Like, we have been watching these kids grow into really, really good young men, and I could not be proud of everybody that's on that field tonight. So congratulations on your wonderful careers here at Bisbee, Arizona, and it has been an absolute pleasure getting to know you and getting to watch you guys perform, guys and gals.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And we're going to pivot over to the game tonight as we see a lot of seniors down there, Dave. Congratulations to everyone. After graduation, your real life start, and a lot of the seniors down there, we heard from Athletic Director Courtney Borquez, have big plans after high school.
Yeah, it's, again, such an absolute pleasure to get to be a part of this for the last 3 years. And so senior night extra special for everybody in the stadium tonight. We're going to start thanking the seniors. You go with the first one. We're going to start recognizing all these seniors that we have here in Bisbee, Arizona tonight.
Well, I think, Dave, we give enough shine to the football players. Why don't we shout out the cheerleaders first, the senior cheerleaders. And God love them, Dave. Every time I'm down there, they ask to come up here and do something. I say, you got to talk to Dave. And then they tell me, he says we can, but he never does. I'm like, it's tough because they're on the field and we're in the booth. But, yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, we have a lot of seniors. That's why they're so good. That's why they got to go to Cardinal Stadium and be a part of an NFL game. So that's going to be Marissa Delgado. That's going to be Brooklyn Early. Eliana Flores. Alessandra Hernandez. Yudi Menestes. Danae Morales. Destiny Rodriguez. Angelina Romero. And Eduardo Navarrete. So congratulations, all senior cheerleaders on the Bisbee High School cheerleading squad. You had a great career, like I said, culminating in Cardinal Stadium.
And going over to the football team, let's start. We'll go rapid fire, Dave. I'll take number 1, Bryson Meyer.
Oh, big boss. Well, how about, I'll one-up you with that one. Number 3, he's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Sebastian Lopez. It has been an honor.
Miles Schuler, number 4, tight end, defensive end, and wide receiver.
Oh, also number 5, Michael Coronado, wide receiver, linebacker, and punter.
That moves us down to Emilio Diaz-Lopez, the king of short yardage situations, and saved the game against the Wilcox Cowboys.
Oh, congratulations to Mason Richardson, number 14, wide receiver and cornerback.
She wants to thank her mom for helping her
Oh,
become
I was doing so. That's on me. Thank you, Eric Serrano. Good luck in the rest of your life, sir. Running back and linebacker, number 24 for the Pumas.
Yeah, same goes for number 25, Charlie Chuck Austin, wide receiver, defensive back. Congratulations on your career.
Of course, Javi Montiel, Emilio's favorite player of all time.
Oh,
Outside linebacker, number 36, and wide receiver.
Oh, tackling fuel, number 52, Spencer Anthony. He's our linebacker. He will be missed around these parts.
Number 64, Efren Denogian, offensive line, defensive line, senior for the Pumas.
Another one of our hog wallies, number 65, Angel Mendoza, offensive and defensive lineman. Thank you, Angel, for the years.
Number 66, Nathan Cano, offensive and defensive lineman. Really a spark for the Bisbee Pumas offensive line this year.
Number 85, Yvonne Ibarra, wide receiver, defensive back. Thank you, Yvonne. Congratulations.
I see it. Number 90, Enrique Romero, offensive and defensive lineman for the Bisbee Pumas.
And our last hog wally, number 99, Jeremiah Torres, offensive and defensive lineman. Thank you, seniors. Again, for the last 3 years, it has been an absolute privilege. That being said, one last time, Sebastian Lopez and company, Bisbee, I was talking with Dave Gray before the game about this. This is a rarity in Bisbee, Arizona, where the Bisbee Pumas control their own fate. Going for in a football this late in a football season. These are wild times we're living in, as you like to say.
Yeah, if you think they control their own fate now, Dave, just wait until they win this ball. If they beat Tanqe Verde here tonight, there is virtually no way the Bisbee Pumas can lose this, aside from getting a disqualification against Santa Rita or something like that, because they will have tiebreakers over the Wilcox Cowboys, the Benson Bobcats, and the Tanqe Verde Hawks.
Yeah.
And with Tombstone still sitting at 2 losses, if Bisbee doesn't drop to that 2-loss area, Tombstone can't come back into this one. So this game, super important here tonight in Warren Ballpark.
Well, and one of the things we talk about with the Bisbee Pumas is mental toughness, and this is different this year. They're winning these close games against Benson and against Wilcox. And so, I mean, there's a lot of pressure on the Bisbee Pumas right now. They know what this is for. So we'll see if they have the mental toughness to beat a Tanqe Verde team we saw last week. And honestly, if I'm measuring one against the other, Bisbee Pumas are going to win this game. But it's up to them. Yeah, they got to finish the job. So, again, as far as the Tanqe Verde Hawks are concerned, I mean, this is a season saver right here. If they have any postseason aspirations, they're going to have to come into Bisbee and win this football game.
You're not wrong about that, Dave. And, of course, we are here under the SSVE's lights because of one reason and one reason only, the businesses that support your community. Get out there and support them, please.
Yes, I'm going to start thanking the people that help make this possible on COOLFM Live. So y'all watch us for free. Thanks to Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management, our #1 choice for pest control in Cochise County. Veteran owned and operated with your satisfaction. Mike's Guarantee, putting the boot on bugs the last 15 years.
Well, again, thank you to SSVEC. Thank you also to Synergy Home Care. We need to find care for someone you love. It's important that it feels right. Synergy provides non-medical home care for people that struggle with activities of daily living. Give them a call today at 520-685-1035.
A big shout out to Fred Gray and After Hours HVAC for all your local heating and cooling needs. After Hours is driven to make a difference and ensuring customers will receive the highest level of care and commitment. Give After Hours a call, 520-459-5257.
Thank you to Casa de la Paz Hospice. They've been a cornerstone of compassionate care in our community since 1987, offering a wide range of services and have a rich history of service and deep commitment to their mission. Casa de la Paz continues to be a trusted source of support and solace for those in need. Give them a call at 520-263-3400.
Thank you to Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard. They're now open Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., so save the wait at the DMV.
Thank you to the Ed Morse Automotive Group. We're going to hear them a lot tonight with the Ed Morse Automotive Group Drive recaps. They're formerly Lawely Automotive, now serving Cochise County. Stop in today and experience the difference at Ed Morse Automotive Group.
Thank you to TMB Tire Services based in Wilcox. They specialize in tire sales and repairs for passenger vehicles, semis, and farm equipment. Go down to see Mark Teeters, 2060 North Haskell Avenue for all of your tire needs. And their phone number 520-766-5550.
Thank you to the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty who sponsor the real estate that is the 2 end zones on this football field at Warren Ballpark. They're proud to support our young athletes all season long. If you're in the market to buy or sell, make your first call to the real estate expert Sherry Ethel and team at 717-599-2439.
And here come the Pumas! One last time, Lopez, Bryson Meyer, Michael Coronado. Let's get it, boys. One last time.
You keep saying this one last time. They're in prime position to host a playoff game.
Well, you know, it's their last regular season home game.
There you go.
The postseason is a different monster. We know that.
For sure.
We're not used. We've never seen it. Thank you to Sierra Vista Medical Group. When you experience an illness or an injury, Sierra Vista Medical Group is there. They're doctors, nurses, and caregivers who are dedicated to getting you back to the community you love. Go to svmedicalgroup.org. Excuse us, folks. National anthem time.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we
All right, who in the heck was singing that national anthem? I was looking around trying to find
Pre-recorded, Dave.
Okay. Oh, my goodness. The moon is coming up over the mountain. Oh, what a setting tonight here in Bisbee, Arizona, the land of dandies and dreamers at Warren Ballpark. What an absolute setting we have ourselves tonight. And we talked about you wanted your football weather. We got it.
We sure did. We do have some comments in the chat saying to turn up the microphones, Danimal, just in case. I know they're at our normal volume. We are not having problems with the audio. We do always have to cut out the audio for the national anthem, folks, if it's pre-recorded. But thank you, everyone in the chat. Sorry, Dave. Ryan Russell, Sue Hammett, and Gerald Morgan in our chat.
Welcome all. I did have a couple other people I wanted to thank real quick before we get started. We have a little time here. Thank you to Sierra Vista Soap Company, locally handmade bath and body products. You can find them at Seasun Creations in the Sierra Vista Mall or SierraVistaSoapCompany.com.
Also, thank you to Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our community since 1963.
And thank you to Swaharo Air Solutions of Sierra Vista. For guaranteed honest service, choose Swaharo Air Solutions, locally owned and operated. company offering heating and cooling system repair, replacement, and duct cleanings. Give them a call, 520-699-4237.
Thank you to the Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. They have physical therapy departments in Bisbee, Douglas, and Hereford, providing the highest quality of service to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Make an appointment today at 520-432-6435. Thank you, Ryan.
That's all I got. You got any other
Thank
ones?
you to the Sierra Vista Sonic Drive-In. I'm pretty sure they're back open. Todd didn't go live from what I saw, so he lied to us when he said COOLFM would be there. But they are proud to sponsor our local youth sports coverage. Come in Wednesday for a Wacky Pack Wednesday. Kids meals only $2.49 with no limit. Nailed it.
So the captains are on the field. That's going to be Lopez. That's going to be Meyer. That's going to be Michael Coronado and Emilio Diaz-Lopez meeting with the Tanque Verde Hawks. Again, Tanque Verde playing for their own postseason lives right now, and they are coming into the hottest team in 2A football in Warren Ballpark. This is going to be an uphill battle for the Hawks. We'll see what they got. We know what they have. They have a running back.
I think Daniel's got the audio issues fixed. It sounds to be coming in clear. I'm also doing audio checks on myself. But, Dave, we talked about it. This is a big ball game here. Tanque Verde, preseason number 5, according to Max Preps in 2A. A couple of losses here to Tombstone and Wilcox has them second-guessing themselves. They'd love to get back on track against a Bisbee Puma team that has one loss this year to the number 2 team in the state.
Yeah, and that was a weird, ugly game, so I'm not even counting that game, to be honest with you.
Spoiler alert, it's the same officiating crew for that game.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
because
it is.
We saw them after the game.
That's right. But no, it's a windy night here in Bisbee, Arizona. So we might not see the pass-heavy Pumas that we're used to seeing. This is going to come down to the running game, and we know they have one. So Bisbee, that's why I was talking to Fabian before the game. I'm like, number 24, you need to corral that kid. Don't let him get loose. Other than that, Fabian's going to eat tonight, and he's going to eat well.
Fabian Hernandez in the running for Player of the Year, not Defensive Player of the Year, for our old Cochise County team. And that number 24 is Delane Harrison, and he is the one that broke a few against the Wilcox Cowboys to get Tanque Verde back into that game last week. We'll be looking to start earlier for the Hawks. But I'll tell you, Dave, this Bisbee Puma team, something different about them this year.
There is something going on in Bisbee, Arizona. I mean, it's that same magical feeling we had towards the end of that baseball season where we're like, okay, wait a minute. Like, something's a little different right now. But again, you can talk about it all you want to. Tanque Verde, Bisbee's been playing some softer competition. And so, this is the Tanque Verde Hawks. Yeah, here we go. You have Tanque Verde coming in here, like I said, playing for their own lives. They had postseason aspirations this year. And they do have the nicest head coach in the whole world. Love that guy.
We did appreciate our time over in Tanque Verde. No problems, no issues. Right now we are at historic Warren Ballpark under the SSVEC lights. And I'll tell you, Dave, that baseball field's getting renovated, but there's always just something special to me sitting on the football side here.
Jackson's going to be doing the kickoff duties. I wanted to get his head coach Jeff Bolno for the Tanque Verde Hawks. Very, very nice guy.
Big game here. Again, if the Bisbee Pumas are able to win this ball game, they effectively lock up their region with so far being undefeated. Wilcox and Benson, teams that would only have one loss, that hold tiebreakers over. The Tombstone Yellow Jackets watching this game very intently, Dave, because if Bisbee falters.
Everybody, Wilcox, Benson, Tombstone, they are all looking at this game.
Tombstone is back in the running for first in this region. Ball's already fallen off the tee. We were in pregame warm-ups. We saw balls getting away because of this win. And here we go.
So here comes the kickoff. It's going to be kicked off. Received at about the 25-yard line. Oh, the ball's already getting a little fumbly. And he is going to return that back to the 40. So decent starting field position for the Tanque Verde Hawks. We saw them last week. Their quarterback, Rocco, another kid to keep an eye on for them is number 27, Kason White. He was involved in a lot of plays last week. But number 24, Harrison, is the danger for the Tanque Verde Hawks. He broke 3 for 30+ against the Wilcox Cowboys.
For sure. Luis Hoyas Ramos on that tackle. Looked like Tristan Meyer was in there as well. The Tanque Verde Hawks throwing an offense that not a lot of teams do. They spread them out, but they do a lot of quick game, a lot of 5-yard passes and shorter to try to lull defenses into sleep. And look, Bisbee already coming up with Cam Anderson on the near side to press. They are ready for that quick game.
Fabian Hernandez is going to eat. He's going to eat well tonight, my friends. And that's going to be a handoff to Harrison. 2-yard
Ball's
gain.
on the ground.
And the ball's on the ground.
He may have lost the ball.
We'll have to see what the official word is. Bisbee Pumas do come up with it, but they're going to say he's down.
Tanqe Verde Hawks, again, we saw them last week against Wilcox. Knowing what we've seen out of these two teams, they're going to have to play a perfect game tonight. If they start turning the ball over, this could get really ugly really quickly.
Emilio Diaz-Lopez Sr. in on that tackle, and he jarred the ball loose. Now, it was tough to see up here, and it did look like it could have been a knee down before the ball came out, but that's already a good start for the Bisbee Pumas trying to punch that ball away.
2nd and 8 for the Hawks. Rocco's going to pitch that out to Harrison up the left side. Again, can't let this kid loose, and they don't. So that's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Hawks.
I think that was R.J. Wright setting the edge for the Bisbee Pumas on that one.
Hunter.
Also Bryson Meyer in on that one. No, R.J. Wright is number 12. Hunter Wright is number 14.
No, Hunter Wright is number 12. Number 14 is Mason.
Oh, okay, never mind. So I have 2 number 12s on mine. I've never noticed that before.
No, it's Hunter. It's
I
the
might
Hunter.
have got the wrong name, but I got the right last name.
4 touchdowns last week for the Hunter. 3rd and 6 for the Hawks. Rocco's going to roll it out to his right side. He's looking for something. He doesn't have it.
Takes
Good
a big
pressure
shot.
by it, but yes, those took a big shot from Fabian and Emilio Diaz-Lopez. So we see that they're willing to play the chess match. This is going to bring on the punt team for the Hawks.
Great defensive stand, a 3 and out, barring any trickery coming on this next one. But yeah, you said, Dave, Emilio Diaz-Lopez, big series on that one. Fabian Hernandez and senior Mason Richardson all hitting the quarterback on that play. And that was not a nice shot that they make you do in the NFL. They hit him hard.
Yeah, so Bisbee Puma defense, as you said, looking fantastic. Oh, that beautiful moon has risen up. What a atmosphere tonight in Bisbee, Arizona. And here come the Hawks going to have to punt this away to the Pumas, and we're going to get this party started, baby.
There's motion on a punt. This is interesting.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. Trying to maybe get the offsides call, but they're not going to get that. So here comes the punt. That's going to be a low punt, but it's going to take a big Hawk bounce. So they're going to down that at the 27-yard line, where Lopez and company will take the field and start the first of many scoring drives that we will see this evening from the Pumas.
Well, it's a tale of 2 teams on that one, Dave. We have an Ed Morse Automotive Group drive recap of a 3 and out for the Bisbee Pumas to start. And this is kind of what we expected coming into this game. The Wilcox Cowboys did a great job of shutting down the Tanque Verde Hawks. And the Bisbee Pumas defense has been playing up to that level, if not better, all year this year, and showed it on that 3 and out. 10:30 to play, 0-0. First possession for the Bisbee Pumas.
Yeah, that was a coverage pressure by the Pumas. The secondary has been playing so well. Nobody open on that play, but here they come. The big, bad Bisbee Pumas, led by number 3. He's here. He's there. He's about to score a touchdown, Sebastian Lopez.
Deep pistol formation in this one. Looks like it's a shotgun, but with the running back behind.
Lopez dreads him off sides with that hard count, so that's going to be 1st and 5. Here we go.
Jennifer Rutherford in the chat says, let's go Mason. Sebastian does have a good hard count, Dave. We see him do that more often than not.
Oh, and the accuracy has gotten better. He has just evolved into this do everything quarterback. Lopez is going to take that and hand that off to Meyer. He makes a man miss. He's going to get a couple of yards, so that's going to make it 2nd and about 4.
Yeah, this is the Tanque Verde team we see, Dave. They have a big defensive line, so it's always going to be a little bit tricky trying to run on the interior of that line for the Bisbee Pumas. Not a bad job here, 2nd and manageable.
Well, we saw Landon Ward shred them up like bad cheese last week, so we'll see.
Good cheese gets shredded as well.
2nd and 4, handoff to the left side. Oh, that tell you, hey, there's that defensive line you're referring to. They are not going to get the first down. So I will go and eat cheese on that one.
Michael Karen Murphy in the chat says, just letting you know the lights are powered by APS. Yeah, I just say SSVEC lights because they are a sponsor of ours. And then Letty Estrada in the chat says, let's go Pumas on this 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches for the Pumas. Let's go Pumas. If you're watching from Tanque Verde, welcome, and it's going to be a show. Lopez is going to quarterback, keep that one up the right side. Lopez is going to get the first down. They're going to move the chains. That's the sound of the men moving all the chains. Yeah, yeah.
It took him all year, folks, but he's back to singing.
When I start singing, we're in a good place.
Oh, man.
Oh, by the way,
it was a great decision by Sebastian Lopez on that one, Dave. He might have had a bigger play with Bryson Meyer, but let's just get our head down and get that first down. 4 or 5 yards, first down, new set of downs move the chains, and don't leave anything up to chance.
Patience. Everybody knows what's at stake for this game. Just patience. Just keep plotting, make right decisions. Even if it takes you all day to get to the end zone, it doesn't matter. So Lopez is going to be in shotgun on this play. They are going to run the sweep play on the end around. Let's see if they can stop him. He gets a little more than he probably should have, about 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 for the Pumas. Mason Richardson.
You said more than he should have. I said that was great blocking by the Bisbee Pumas there, Dave, and especially on the perimeter to get those yards. Now, it's not easy running sweeps, especially when you're not a running back normally and you're a wide receiver. Great job from Mason Richardson following those great blocks and getting a lot of yards on first down.
Yeah, making it a very second and manageable 3.5. So the entire playbook's going to be available for head coach Carlos Lopez here. They got Lopez in shotgun, 4 spread out. Lopez going to look for the quick hit up to the right side to Coronado. Coronado gets the ball and fights his way forward for a first down. They're across the 50 into Hawk territory. Let's go Pumas.
That was tough running from Michael Coronado, and that's exactly who you throw that screen pass to, Dave. When you have no one out in front blocking, you get it to a guy that can make a move, get north and south, lower his shoulder, and get that first down. Pumas driving, and you can see we didn't make excuses in the outset because of the wind. You can see the way it's blowing in the back because of the fence on the baseball field. It's going to be tricky to throw the ball. You can see both teams trying to work a lot of run and a lot of quick game into this first series.
Lopez is going to get the ball. He's going to have a quick hit out to the Hunter on the left side. The Hunter's got room. The Hunter's breaking the edge. One man to beat for the Hunter. He beats him. Hunter, he's out at about the 2-yard line. What a play by Lopez to Hunter Wright making everybody miss.
It's a big gain down the 2-yard line, Dave, and we're going to get an extra yard tacked onto this as the back judge threw the flag for a face mask. So the Bisbee Pumas are going to have 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. It was 7:36 to play in this first quarter. Everything coming up Pumas.
Bisbee Pumas hit you so hard, make you say, oh my Lord. Thank you for blessing me with a quarterback. This number 3 is Lopez.
Alyssa Valenzuela says, love the replays. We do, too. Those were just sprung on us.
Oh, Dan the man. Boy, I want to kiss him. That's not really my thing, but I'll do it.
And then a couple Let's Go Pumas in the chat, Doc Doherty and Kit Hutchinson.
Got Ernesto laughing back here. I said something funny. Oh, the ball through Lopez's hands, and he falls on it, but back at the 10-yard line. There's the play the Tanque Verde defense needed, and we didn't need. So 2nd and goal from the 10.
Still a good series for the Bisbee Pumas, Dave, and crisis averted, disaster avoided as Sebastian Lopez fell on that ball. But this is what we talk about all the time. This is the game management portion of the game that a lot of people forget about, is you cannot help the defense out. When you're 1st and goal on the 1, we drive that ball in. But now a fumble is going to take him back to the 10-yard line. It's just making it a little tricky.
He's going to put Meyer in motion. That's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's got Meyer in front of him. Bad things happen when that happens. But Tanque Verde is going to corral him. So that's going to be 3rd and goal from about the 8-yard line.
A good swarming defense from Tanque Verde. Sebastian Blakeman on the hit. I also believe that was Brent Curry on the hit for the Tanque Verde Hawks. And we got some John, it looks like, going down there. Everyone just back to the huddle. Line up and play football. Yeah,
I don't know where that's coming. We had a pretty clean affair with these kids last week. So hopefully it's not our kids starting to smack. Or maybe it is.
Bisbee loves to talk, and so
yeah, they are chirpy.
That'll get under the skin of some people that aren't used to it, and it looks like that might already be starting. Which
Lopez likes to talk. He'll remind you. He'll beat you, and they'll let you know about it.
It's just one of those. If you're not used to it, it kind of takes you by surprise. You can see everything is fighting words at that point.
Oh, trips bunch left for the Pumas. Lopez looking to throw the ball, and the ball's into the ground. So Bisbee possibly about to waste that huge play. Let's see if they go with the field goal unit or they go for 4th and goal from the 8-yard line.
Yeah, with this win, Dave, I do not expect a lot of field goals lined up for John Plefker on that one for the Tanque Verde Hawks, rushing in there and forcing Sebastian Lopez to throw that a little earlier than Jackson Alvarez could get his head around. 4th and goal now, this drive that was coming up Pumas. One play now.
Keep an eye on the QB draw right here.
Tanque Verde Hawks.
Lopez does like that draw play right through the B gap. He's going to fake that quarterback, give it to the left side. Sebastian Lopez still on his feet, but he is not going to get to the end zone. The Tanque Verde Hawks stopping the Pumas in the shadow of their own end zone. And they're going to get the ball back deep in their own territory.
Great stand from the Tanque Verde Hawks. We don't like to see that, but it's Flager, I don't know how to say that. We'll say Flager. We'll say the P is silent on this one. Flager with a great play on that one, and Curry again making his presence known. And this is that bend but don't break. Just because it's 1st and goal at the 1-yard line doesn't mean the drive is over. Good job from the Tanque Verde Hawks staying in there. But if you're a Bisbee Puma fan, which if you're watching this stream, I'm sure you are, you've got to be completely disheartened on that one.
Yeah, well, we saw Tanque Verde last week. They're down 3 scores to Wilcox. They didn't quit. Like, there is no quit in the Tanque Verde Hawks at all. That's the one thing I took from that game. So Rocco, they're going to have a really tight formation here. That's going to be a handoff up the left side to number 22, but taken down after only a 2-yard gain.
Sebastian Blakeman again on that one. Again, good defense from the Bisbee Pumas. This is kind of a gut check first set of downs on this possession here, Dave, for the Bisbee Pumas. A little bit of a sucker punch there, not to get that ball into the end zone. They're looking here on the defense to make the stand again. And don't allow Tanque Verde anything, which is always tough when you feel like you should have had a touchdown.
Well, you can either hang your heads about it or you can go out there and give them a beating. And here's a big, strong formation again for Tanque Verde. That's going to be a handoff up the middle. He's going to get some yards on that. He's going to get the first down. First down in the game for Tanque Verde.
Yeah, tough running there. I'm trying to get the number. That was Emilio
Diaz number 22 again.
Decleated him, but if you're a Tanque Verde fan, you don't care because you got the first down. But big physical plays from the Bisbee Pumas, and that is the very first down for Tanque Verde in this ball game. 5:11 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, needed for them. They were deep in their own territory, so now they got a little bit of wiggle room. That's all right. Fabian's going to take care of this real quickly. Big number 60 for the unacquainted.
They're going to get that 3-stack backfield again. Not necessarily a full house because there's no ceiling, but kind of.
Nice handoff up. Oh, no. Oh, the deceptive handoff, and he's going to get a chunk of yard past the 40 down to the 42-yard line, number 23. We didn't see him last week.
Nixon Hills with that one, Dave, or is it Hillis? I'm sorry.
Oh, that's sneaky handoffs out of those formations.
Absolutely, kind of like what the Wilcox Cowboys do. A lot of ball handling in the backfield there. Michael Coronado hanging on for dear life, and thank goodness he got him down to the ground because there was no one back there to stop Hills from getting a touchdown if Coronado could not make that tackle.
So they fresh set of downs to the 43. Puma defense all of a sudden. Come on, baby. That's going to be a handoff right up the middle.
Up the middle again.
And there's Lopez coming in on the cleanup, and it was, but he's going to get 5 yards. So we know this is going to be a run-heavy game. Tanque Verde standing up on the 1-yard line, and all of a sudden the Bisbee Puma defense, we got to figure this out.
Completely different look than what we saw last week and we saw against the Tombstone Yellow Jackets for the Tanque Verde Hawks, Dave. And right now, Bisbee shows that they are not prepared for it. They're going to have to do some on-fly adjustments.
That's going to be a handoff up the right side, but he's going to push that pile forward for another first down. They are in Puma territory. What is going on?
And coming up the backside, Spencer Anthony with that tackle, but they're doing a great job here of running away from Spencer Anthony and trying to get double teams onto Fabian Hernandez and try to kind of neutralize both of them. Now, Spencer Anthony, a great linebacker, tracked it down, but you said, Dave, not before Tanque Verde got the first down.
I mean, Pumas, we know the running game is the strength of this team, so we know we were prepared. He's going to roll that out to the right side, looking to throw the ball, and he's got a player wide open. Oh, Lopez has the ball!
Pumas got it!
Pumas the ball! He's here, he's there, he's every freaking where. Sebastian Lopez saving the day like Superman.
Oh, my goodness. The defenses with big stops on both teams. Sebastian Lopez on this one, ripping that ball away. Mason Richardson falling on it, and the Bisbee Pumas defense comes up big again. This is something you don't equate with the Bisbee Pumas, Dave, but they've done it all year on defense.
He chased him down like DK Metcalf. He's so fast. That was supposed to be a touchdown for Tanque Verde, and here comes Lopez, the fastest kid in the state. And I'm not kidding. That's actually true.
And we're going to have a timeout for the Bisbee Pumas. Aiden Cooper did everything right there, but he thought that he's left all that speed from Landon Ward and Wilcox. No, sir. We got one just as fast, if not faster, and Sebastian Lopez, who I think was officially clocked at a 4.4540, and he came right down. And Dave, before you get going, I'm sorry, but that is something that is taught nowadays, to knock the ball away. It's not about the tackles anymore. It's about getting the turnovers, and that was beautifully executed and done by Sebastian Lopez.
Oh, so good. Oh, I love that kid. That gives me a chance to thank Fred Gray over at After Hours HVAC for all your local heating and cooling needs. After Hours is driven to make a difference in ensuring customers get the highest level of care and commitment to solving your problems. Give After Hours a call, 520-459-5257, baby.
Also, thank you to Synergy Home Care of Sierra Vista. providing non-medical home care for people that struggle with activities of daily living. If you take care of a loved one, that's what we call a family caregiver, and you can get paid for doing that and relieve some of the financial burden of taking care of a loved one who cannot care for themselves. Give them a call today at 520-685-1035. See how you can make that possible.
So Lopez getting a fresh set of downs that he created for himself. Man in motion, puts Hunter in motion. He's going to hand it off to Hunter Wright up the right side. Hunter's making some people miss. Hunter with a big carry for about 9 yards. 2nd and 1 for the Pumas. You know, I was going to say on the other side of that, Tanque Verde, that's got it. Even though they lost the ball, those big plays that they were getting against the Pumas have got to give them confidence after that original 3 and out.
It would give them confidence, Dave, if they came away with 6 points there. Now, we play 2A football, and even a 5A football, unless you're recruiting and you're a top-level program in the country, you have players playing both ways. So those same players that just let that turnover happen are still on the field, just like I said with the Pumas. Got to put that one behind them.
And Lopez is going to pitch that out to the left side, and that's a lot of room for big bombs. Bryson Meyer first down at the 37-yard line. Bang!
Ooh. It doesn't look like they're going to give Tanque Verde the ball. No, it goes to the Bisbee Pumas. That was a big play. Rocco Haggart, the quarterback for the Tanque Verde Hawks, came in there, ripped the ball from Bryson Meyer, but officials say he was down. And so
I looked away too soon. I missed that.
And it looked like he might have.
Ernesto said he was
down. We're going to trust Ernesto on this one for sure. We do have a replay coming up, don't we?
We got
a big first down run for Bryson Meyer.
Big bombs, Bryson.
Oh, he was down.
Bang. Yeah, it's a replay now, baby. Lopez in shotgun is going to roll out to his right. The wind's kind of died down a little bit, and that's going to be across the middle. Big play to Jackson Alvarez for another Bisbee Puma first down. The wind has died, so here comes the arm of Lopez.
Super sophomore Jackson Alvarez has found his footing as a playmaker in this offense, Dave. Bryson Meyer and Sebastian Lopez, the two bell cows to run that ball. But last week, Jackson Alvarez out of the backfield with 100 receiving yards really found his niche in this offense, and he is rewarding Sebastian Lopez every time he looks his way.
I mean, that confidence that he walks around with, he really translates that onto the football field. The kid's got swagger. Before the Wilcox game, he's like, we're going to whoop him. I was like, man, Jackson, you just got here. Lopez handed it off to Bryson Meyer up the right side. Meyer, very patient. As you always say, Le'Veon Bellish for about 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
And if there is one professional comp you could say with Bryson Meyer, it is Le'Veon Bell. First of all, he's got the exact size Le'Veon Bell has. Le'Veon Bell wore it because he had such a tall frame. It's the same thing with Bryson Meyer. Kid's like 6 feet, 2 inches tall, 220 pounds. And then he's very patient when he lets his offensive line get the blocks, and when the blocks are made, that's when he explodes to the hole, and you can see that speed in the open field.
So 2nd and 5 for Lopez. Lopez is going to keep that thing himself, running up the left side, see if they can contain him. Not many can. He's going to get the first down, going out of bounds. 1:45 on the clock here in the first quarter.
All depends on the near side mark. Looks like the far side mark has it for a first down. We're going to be very, very close. I think you might just be inches short on this one. Business decision made there from Sebastian Lopez. No need to take an unnecessary shot there. Give your team 2 chances to get this first down.
Yeah, people, you talk about, I'm a Seahawks, and I talk about Tyler Lockett's longevity. If you watch, Tyler Lockett doesn't take hits. He catches the ball and he'll go down. Like career, like I said, life decisions.
It's one of those things, like when I was growing up, it's you finish the run, you hit them, blah, 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 blah. Now everyone's like, that's kind of unnecessary for a yard. Let's just live to play another down.
I don't even need to prove for an extra 6 inches. The inches we need are all around us.
Strong I formation out of the pistol for the Pumas.
And that's going to be a handoff, and that is going to get them the first down to Jackson Alvarez. Like you said, the trust of Lopez for Alvarez is growing and growing.
Well, this is big for the Bisbee Pumas. If you give someone else to look at in the backfield, you got to understand that's 3 potential ball carriers for the Bisbee Pumas that can all break them. And then you get Jackson out into the flat and get him his 100 yards receiving. This offense is just growing throughout the season, and are going to be a handful to stop should they make the playoffs.
I love the MC Hammer on the first down. So obviously the kids had no say in what song was going to be played. This kid, I don't know they even heard that song.
Myra Moreno says, great job, Jackson.
He's going to fake the handoff. Good protection for Lopez. He's got a wide open player over at the right side. Oh, my goodness.
That's a touchdown.
Touchdown! Pumas! Bryson Meyer.
What a play call. And like you said, Dave, this offensive line for the Bisbee Pumas getting it done. Great touch pass from Sebastian Lopez. More than enough time to find Bryson Meyer, who is running so far open. I think the visitor stands were the closest one to him. And that's a good first touchdown for the Bisbee Pumas. 1:14 to play in this first quarter. 6-0 Pumas on top.
Oh, my goodness. The Pumas look so good. Who's that team that beat them? That's number 2 right now, number 1?
Santa Cruz does have it.
They want them again. We'll see in the title game, Santa Cruz. Here comes the extra point attempt. And I got to pull that one down. Lopez, or Sidney Coronado's going to try to get something with it. He's not going to get it. So 6-0. Good tackle by the running back, number 24.
Well,
Harrison.
Dylan Hall Harrison on that one, Dave, showing that he can get it done defensively. But the Pumas up 6-0. Started with that turnover from Sebastian Lopez. The Ed Morse Automotive Group drive recap. Bisbee Pumas playing their game, doing whatever they want to do right now. Runs with Jackson Alvarez, runs with Bryce DeMeyer, run with Sebastian Lopez. Then the big hitter of about 50 yards from Lopez DeMeyer gets him the touchdown and gets him the 6-0 lead.
That touchdown brought to you by Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management, putting the boot on bugs for the last 15 years. Voted number 1 in Cochise County by y'all. You can find Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management on Facebook.
Melissa Valenzuela in the chat says, way to go, Pumas. Absolutely. So the Bisbee Pumas finding that Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty Real Estate in the end zone for the first time. Got to feel like they should be up by 2 possessions here. But right now they'll take the complete momentum of the game and the 6-0 lead with 1:14 to play.
Oh, yeah. No, you talk about momentum. Now the Tanqe Verde off. Oh, he kicks it off a player and he's going to be falling on the 40-yard line. So get decent starting field position for Tanqe Verde. But, yeah, we're going to learn everything we need to know about Tanqe Verde Hawks right now because they just got punched in the face. Are they going to punch back or are they just going to let this keep going?
Well, we know Tanqe Verde is going to try to punch back. Now, they were shut out in the first half last week against the Wilcox Cowboys. Did make it a game in the third quarter until Wilcox got back in control in the fourth quarter. But I'm thinking right now, Dave, they have to start earlier. Both these drives
yes, you're right.
have ended very close to the end zone. One got into the end zone for the Bisbee Pumas, and the Tanqe Verde Hawks need to answer quicker than the third quarter like last week.
So first play, and that's going to be a handoff right up the middle to their Studley running back, number 24. He's going to get 9 yards. Again, this kid is a problem. I made it very clear to the Bisbee Pumas that number 24 is a problem.
Harrison, Dave.
Harrison.
Yes. Just say Harrison.
Daylon Harrison.
You don't have to say number 20. You know that drives me crazy. But Harrison on the run there. And before that turnover, the Tanqe Verde Hawks were driving the ball in the Puma defense.
Maybe I was doing it on purpose. I wasn't.
You probably were. I feel like you do that to me.
2nd and 1.
What is Paul not
Harrison in the backfield. Rocco under center.
Attaboy.
Traditional formation. That's going to be handoff to the fullback. And he's going to get a big pop up to the 40-yard line into Puma territory, moving the chains for the Hawks. 28 seconds left
on that one, Dave. And Anthony, we didn't call him out last week, getting that fullback dive. Again, for big yardages, the interior of this defensive line for the Bisbee Pumas is kind of getting bullied right now. They got to answer back. You have a 6-point lead. You played great defense up to this point, but we cannot let the Tanqe Verde Hawks control the clock. 20 seconds and counting in this first quarter.
New set of downs for Rocco. He's going to hand that off to Harrison. Harrison's going to pop it to the left side, and he's got the edge. Harrison's going to go out of bounds after getting another first down. So, like I said, Tanqe Verde is punching back right now. They're trying to.
There's great blocking from the Tanqe Verde Hawks offensive line here. They finally found their footing in this game, albeit just before the second quarter hits. And the Bisbee Pumas, again, a game of adjustments. The Tanqe Verde Hawks throwing different formations at them. So trying to see how disciplined they are. Right now, you remember, it was exclusively out of that 3-back set, and now they're in the shotgun on this possession.
Yeah, they're showing some different looks now. Oh, that ball's over the head of Rocco. He does corral it. He's going to throw it and throw it away. Trying to kill some innocent camera guy down there. There's only one man
he had.
Yeah, right. He's like, hey, you're getting the ball.
Hey, not to be lost in that one. Good job there from Rocco Haggard on that one, Dave, because if he doesn't corral that ball, that's another devastating turnover for a drive for the Tanqe Verde Hawks where they are actually driving the ball. That would be devastating to them. Now with 2 seconds to go, this will be the last play of the first quarter.
Rocco Haggard's like, it's a missile! Alshon! Oh, you see what? Never mind.
Clarissa Satella in the chat says, let's go, Pumas.
Let's go, Pumas. 2nd and 10. That's the handoff to Harrison. He's got a lot of room again.
Hit in the backfield by number
Harrison's starting to have his way with the Puma defense, and we can't let that happen.
Counters, misdirections, everything going up the Tanque Verde Hawks' way right now, Dave, as we end the first quarter of play. But like you said, Harrison getting a lot of room to run and getting those yards, those tough yards down the field.
Quarter, folks.
Wilcox, thank you to JP Wildman. Wilcox Cowboys on top of the Palo Verde Titans, 21-0 in the first.
That sounds about right.
Surprise, surprise, right?
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Well, folks, in
We
between
saw what
quarters,
Bisbee did to Palo Verde last week.
in between the quarters here, I'd like to thank Casa de la Paz Hospice. They've been a cornerstone of compassionate care in our community since 1987. They offer a wide range of services designed to enhance quality of life and ensuring dignity in the final stages of life. Give them a call today at 520-263-3400.
Big shout out to Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista. They do licenses, titles, registrations, and IDs. They're now also open Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So save the wait at the DMV and go to Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista.
And I would like to thank Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our community since 1963. Dave, I was at a hiring event, and I saw Barnett's Towing and Propane right next to me, right beside me. I introduced myself to Mary, and we had a good conversation.
That's all. You also got didn't you say you met Juan Siscamani?
Yeah, the Juan Siscamani was in Sierra Vista, Arizona for this hiring event. It's specifically for veterans, and it wasn't just hiring. They had other vendors there doing other things for the community. Jeff Davenport hosted, and we had Sheriff Daniels was there. Mayor,
Best sheriff in the country.
the mayor's office was there, not the mayor himself, not Clea, but
Well, all right, here we go. We're going to resume some football in
a lot of
here.
heavy hitters there.
1st and 10 for the Hawks. He's going to fake that handoff to
He's got him
Harrison. He's
wide
going to try to
open.
throw the screen pass. He does have the screen pass open. Big hit, but not until he gets close to the first down marker.
Taken down by number 6.
Cam Anderson on that one, Dave, on that tackle. Remember, Cam Anderson had 12 tackles last week, earned our Defensive Player of the Week, one of the two with Top Pacheco, who we could just retire and name it the Top Pacheco Award if
pretty
we
much
wanted to.
at this point.
But yeah, so Cam Anderson had himself a big game. He did a good job closing down there, but it is going to be 1st and goal from the Tanque Verde Hawks. Again, they have found their offense since the 3rd quarter of last week's game. They've been playing very well.
Oh, here we did watch Bisbee's goal line. See, think of the same goal line stand that Tanque Verde got against them. But 1st and goal from the 5. Rocco's going to hand that off, and he's in. Touchdown, Tanque Verde.
The fans over there on the Tanque Verde section go crazy as the special teams come onto the field, and Tanque Verde Hawks answer touchdown for touchdown. Now a chance with this extra point to take the lead here at Warren Ballpark with 11:13 to play in the first half.
I mean, again, we're all here for Bisbee Puma night here at Warren Ballpark, but again, Tanque Verde's playing for their postseason lives right now. So obviously they will not. They were going to give us everything they got. They can't hold anything back. It's the last game of the year. So they're going to go for the extra point. They're short a man.
Again, everyone in Cochise County, the Wilcox Cowboys, the Benson Bobcats, the Tombstone Yellow Jackets, everyone watching this game, as we do have a penalty on this. It's going to be outside on the Pumas.
I think you hit your car.
Probably. No, I'm way over there by the
that's
gas
right.
station.
Somebody. Yeah, by the way, those spots were available. I told you.
I'm looking right at them, brother.
Never mind. Never mind. I'll show you after the game.
I'm not going to park next to the emergency vehicles.
Well, especially with these kickers that we have running around nowadays. These kids are just bombing balls.
The point
the
after
penalty
is,
on defense. It's probably an offside, so they're going to wipe
it
off
was,
the
but
penalty.
if you call the penalty and stop the play, it can't be good. They can't run the play after the whistle's blown. All right, we're going to chalk that one up to nerves and move on.
Moving on, 7-6, Tanque Verde over Bisbee. Lopez is going to get the ball back, 11-13 in the 2nd quarter. But before he does, I'm going to thank T&B Tire Services based in Wilcox, specializing in tire sales and repairs for passenger vehicles, semis, farm equipment. Come down and see Mark Teeters. Give him a call, 520-766-5550, T&B Tire Services.
Thank you to the Copper Queen Community Hospital. They have locations in Hereford, Douglas, and Bisbee. The Bisbee one, Dave, letting me know that there was nothing wrong with me. I was just an old and fat person who needed to change his ways. So thank you to the Copper Queen Community Hospital, because I have lost 8 pounds since they told me that, and definitely working on that one. Thank you also to Thunder Mountain Wrestling Stud Bronson, who gave me an exercise bike. It's really doing wonders.
Oh, that's where we'll be tomorrow night, Douglas, Arizona, for Thunder Mountain Wrestling. But right now, it's Puma time. That kick's going to get kicked down to the Hunter. He's going to receive that one. He's running up the middle. He's got a head of steam. Hunter Wright's just getting better and better at this. He's going to run that all the way up to the 35-yard line. Great return, about 25-yard return for Hunter Wright.
Dave, I've never kicked return or punt return in my entire life, except for practice when I would call fair catches. But I'll tell you what, it looked like Hunter Wright could have just got north and south on that one and tried to explode through that massive hole. It was probably closing up, but I think he had a better chance to take that one the distance.
I saw the same thing you saw.
Yeah. Oh, we have Jennifer Norris-Farguson in the chat, says Jay Wilcox. And it's going to be 1st and 10. Bisbee Pumas, Dave, haven't been stopped. They have stopped themselves on their 2 possessions, so we'll see if they can't keep that momentum up.
Lopez in shotgun. Again, there's always a ton of formations for the Pumas. He's going to pitch that out to Meyer to the left side. Oh, shoestring tackle by Harrison. That saved about 8 yards because Meyer only had one man to beat after that, so 2nd and 8.
DeLon Harrison one more time, Dave, defensively. Like you said, say big yards. I'm not going to say touchdown. Bryson Meyer does have explosive speed, deceptive speed, but my goodness, he had a lot of room to run after that one. And again, big shout out to the Bisbee Puma offensive line led by number 66, Nathan Cano. They've been getting it done all season, and tonight's no exception.
Yeah, great tackle by Dalen Harrison. So 10:27 here and ticking in the second quarter. Pumas down 7-6 with a 2nd and 8 coming up. Lopez in shotgun. Lopez going to fake the pitch. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to push forward for about 4 yards. It's going to make it 3rd and 5 for the Pumas.
Yeah, Ramos was trying to lead him, but a good job there from Tanqe Verde to get off the blocks and make the tackle. We talk about it all the time, Dave. In high school football, you just try to get to a 4th and 2 situation so you have every reason to go for it. That's all the Bisbee Pumas are looking for right now. Sebastian Lopez would be throwing into the wind, so balls are going to flutter. Balls are going to float going this way, which in turn leads itself to more interceptions.
Well, he's got a cannon. He can get it through that wind. He'll be thrown into the wind. It's 3rd and 5, and Lopez throwing in the wind. Lopez is going to go through his progressions. He's going deep with it. What a play to Bryson Meyer. Big first down. Holy guacamole. First down Pumas.
That's what you do, Dave, when you have playmakers like the Bisbee Pumas do. You get those one-on-ones, and you let your superstars go after it. Bryson Meyer, what an adjustment. High-pointing the ball. What is it with these running backs at Bisbee and being able to high-point the ball and make some incredible catches?
He was higher than a moose's caboose.
Yoli Silva Sproul in the chat says, go Pumas, let's get another W. The offense really marching up and down the field at will with 9 minutes to go, and they look poised to get that other W, although they are still down by 1 point in this ballgame.
They're on the 34 of the Hawks. Lopez rolling out to his right. He's going to beat the pressure, throw the ball. That's just going to be incomplete up the right side. Heavy pressure by number 64 of the Tanque Verde Hawks.
Yeah, I think that one, Dave, Sebastian threw into the wind a couple times. He knows what the wind is. He had Miles Schuler running free in the corner in the end zone, but when you're off your back foot running at full speed, it's kind of tough to put anything on that throw in flat, calm conditions. So with the wind, he decided better of it. He did have Jackson coming open late, but unfortunately had to get rid of the ball at that point. 2nd down and 10 for the Pumas.
Yeah, big number 64 for Tanque Verde is going to be Carter Philippe. Yeah, he had some plays in the backfield against the Cowboys last week as well.
Oh, they got all kinds of good snacks down there.
And so here come the Pumas. Lopez in a pistol formation. Lopez is going to drop back, looking to throw the ball into the wind. Heavy pressure by Tanque Verde. Lopez is on his horse. And he's going to get rid of that thing, so it's going to make it 3rd and 10. And heavy pressure again from the Hawks on the Pumas.
Another good decision there from Sebastian Lopez. He's just lived to fight another down. You know, sometimes the defensive coaches, they can scheme them up too. They can take everything you're trying to do away. It's tough to do. And that's what happened there. 3rd down and 10 to go. Try to get some of it back and convert a 4th down. But with the Bisbee Pumas, they have such good explosive playmakers that, you can't count them out of a 3rd and 40. So 3rd and 10 should be no problem.
Tanque Verde's got to have good coverage across the middle because Bisbee loves running those crossing routes across the middle with Coronado and Hunter Wright. And I haven't seen any of those yet, so Tanque Verde's got it pretty well scouted. I wonder where they get all their information.
And Jackson Alvarez has been running those crosses tonight. We have nice catch Bryson and go Pumas in the chat.
3rd and 10 for Lopez. They're on the 34.
False start.
Oh, a 3rd and 15 for the Pumas on the 39. Not giving themselves any favors with that one.
Luis Ramos again, Dave Hoyas Ramos on. Oh, they're going to call offsides on the Tanque Verde Hawks. I didn't see anyone break the neutral zone.
Either.
We'll take that. 3rd and 5 for the Pumas.
I didn't see anybody jump for Tanque Verde, so not.
Sure did. They all jumped.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, sure. Mystery.
It is tough to see.
Mystery
from up
penalty
here,
there.
for sure. Mystery penalty. Someone moved, and they said Tanque Verde moved first. So fortuitous for the Pumas. Let's see if they can cash in now. 3rd and 5.
So let's make it a little easier for Lopez and Meyer. You know, I expect some kind of a play action across the middle of the field play here for the Pumas. Try to hit a home run. No, he's just going to drop back. And he's going very deep again. What a ball! Touchdown! Pumas! Hunter Wright has just turned into a superstar.
That is Hunter Wright's 5th touchdown in 2 weeks, Dave. You said it, superstar. All catch hands on that one. Sebastian Lopez, perfectly weighted ball. Sebastian Lopez coming off of his best throwing performance of the season with 375 yards and 5 touchdowns. He is really starting to come on with that arm. And what an answer for the Bisbee Pumas.
That was an absolute dime piece for Lopez, right it into Hunter Wright's breadbasket. Bisbee going for 2, up 12-7. They haven't been highly successful in their 2-point conversions this year, but they are on that one. Michael Coronado's in the end zone. 14-7 Pumas, 8:50 on the clock in the second quarter.
Ask and you shall receive, Dave. You want to see Michael Coronado on a cross route, little slant route going across the middle on the goal line there, gives them the 7-point lead, which is a big, big deal here tonight. The Bisbee Pumas rolling on all cylinders. They've had one mistake offensively that cost them, but other than that, playing perfect football. And as you can tell, we're going to have a lot of Go Pumas in the chat. Way to go, Hunter from Alyssa. Again, Gloria says Go Pumas, and Adriana says Go Pumas.
What did we say before this game? There's something going on in Bisbee, Arizona. For the last 8 months, there's this vibe in Bisbee, Arizona. Like, and these kids are starting to believe. I mean, it's starting to get like that unbeatable vibe.
Yeah,
Bisbee wants the whole thing.
Let's recap a little bit with the Ed Morse Automotive Group drive recap. We'll say that big play from Hunter Wright. What a job, but I want to kind of focus on the plays that are going to go unnoticed there. 2 throwaways from Sebastian Lopez instead of trying to force one into coverage. Gave the Bisbee Pumas a chance. A hard count gives them a 3rd and 5, and they do the rest with a big bomb there. I think 35 yards to Hunter Wright.
Oh, that's going to be an onside kick. See if Tanque Verde can get it, and they do. Once again, they're going to start exactly on the 40-yard line. Familiar territory for the Hawks.
Stacey Flores, first time in the chat, says Go Pumas. Yoli says awesome. Shout out Stacey Flores. She did have her daughter, and obviously it's going to be a little chilly tonight for a girl, so I'm sure she's staying at home watching the game.
Oh, yeah. The weather dropped about 20 degrees in 12 hours here in Cochise County. You know, you said we wanted football weather. Well, we got it. There's some blankets out there in front of us and some hot cocoa.
8:48 to play here in the first half. Dave, 14-7. Bisbee Pumas on top. The defense got to shore it up. A lot of rushing yards for the Tanque Verde Hawks on these last 2 drives, and a lot of them coming in between the A and B gap. Dave, that's a little concerning if you're a Puma fan. How will they adjust on this possession?
That's going to be inside handoff, and it gets nothing on that. Maybe a yard, 2nd and 9. Fabian Hernandez in on the tackle.
Hernandez in there shedding blocks, getting in on that tackle. Also Jackson Alvarez coming in, tripping him up, getting the legs down, stopping the momentum. Just a 1-yard gain. That's the adjustment. Can the Pumas hang on and keep Tanque Verde off the ground? Tanque Verde, a team, Dave, they require a lot of quick game. I don't know why they don't trust their offensive line to hold up as much, but they pass quick and they try to run it and try to bully you. So if you can stop the run, the quick game, you have Cam Anderson and Sebastian Lopez on receivers. I think we'll be all right.
Rocco is going to keep that roll to his right, looking to throw. The heavy pressure there. The tackling field, heavy pressure by Spencer Anthony. Ball on the ground. He put it on the ground.
We talk about Spencer Anthony, Dave, and how fast he's playing downhill this year. Fabian Hernandez in there, the 2 superstars defensive players, not only of the Bisbee Pumas, but in Cochise County, getting it done. Anytime you can force long yardage situations, you know you're going to get that pass, and you can go in there and try to get those sacks, like whatever Bradley Cooper's character name was in Wedding Crashers.
That's what you call a sack lunch.
Yum, 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 yum.
Crab cakes and football.
That's what Bisbee does.
Burritos and football. That's what Bisbee does. 3rd and 9. That's a head. Ball's on the ground. I think Bisbee. No, Harrison fell on it. He got the ball back. Averted disaster for the Tanque Verde Hawks, and here comes the punt team.
Yeah,
not what Tanque Verde wanted was a 3 and out after that touchdown.
They absolutely have to punt, Dave.
Oh, yes, 100%.
And Harrison putting the ball on the ground. We've seen some slippery hands from the Tanque Verde Hawks. One turnover and a couple that could have been turnovers for the Hawks, just mishandling this ball. Unlike the Tanque Verde Hawks, I think they're a little bit nervous in this ball game. And
your postseason lives are at stake. And they're not familiar with the
all you
balls
can,
of
all
Bisbee,
you can do
Arizona.
is do what you do every day and play football. That's all you have to do. 7:25 to play in the first half.
Trying to draw Bisbee off sides. They're not going to. Here comes the punt. We know he's got a boot on him, and he does. It's a pretty good kick. That's going to run another Tanque Verde bounce. Going to put them right outside the 20-yard line. So long field for Lopez and company.
It looks like that might be 27 again. That'd be the second time he punts the ball out on the 27-yard line. A little coincidental. How often do you see that? It's going to be 24. Either which way, good defensive stand there for the Bisbee Pumas. A couple of drives where the Tanque Verde Hawks were getting yards, and one ended in a touchdown. And now this time forcing their second 3 and out of the ball game.
And right before we get this possession started, I'm going to give a quick shout out to the Sierra Vista Medical Group. They're all doctors, nurses, and caregivers dedicated to getting you back to the community you love. Visit them at svmedicalgroup.org. Seamless.
Also, thank you to the Sierra Vista Sonic Drive-In, where Wacky Pack Wednesdays, you can get a meal for $2.49 with no limit. Stop in and see them today.
So Bisbee up 7. Wind is picked back up again. 7:11 on the clock in the first half. Lopez, quick hitter out to the right side. Good blocking. Bryson Meyer making some people miss. Gets about 12 yards on the play. First down, Pumas!
And Bryson Meyer so good at letting his blocks develop. That time we had Michael Coronado down there blocking. We had Jackson Alvarez and Miles Schuler blocking ahead on that one, leading the way. And when you get the ball in your hands, you just want to go. And to have that kind of patience and awareness to just let your blocks develop, let the defenders show their hands. How are they going to try to beat the blocks? And then you just cut off it.
Clock is ticking.
I'm a big Bryson Meyer fan, let me tell you.
Yeah, no, he has developed into such a good player. No, he's developed from a good player to a great player, excuse me. Lopez, quick hitter, but that's not going anywhere to Jackson Alvarez. Actually negative yards. 2nd and 12 for the Pumas. Good defense there by the Hawks, swarming. Number 14. See if we get a name here. You got the roster.
Tanque Verde?
Yes.
I'm sorry, it's quarterback
Rocco Haggard. Duh, it's the quarterback. It's only my second time seeing the team. I haven't got to know him that well yet. So, yeah, the quarterback and running back being the tackling machines for the Hawks. Harrison and Haggard.
Sebastian just
Sounds
going
like
to his outlet there. Everything was covered up. Downfield for the Tanque Verde Hawks, and his underneath man was even covered, like you said, by Haggard, who was ready for that one, and now 2nd and long for the Pumas.
Lopez in shock. Oh, that's a direct snap to Jackson Alvarez. He's not going to get anything with that defensive line. That's going to be 3rd and long for the Pumas.
Wonder if there's a miscommunication on that one. We had two offensive linemen pulling for the Bisbee Pumas, trying to get Jackson outside, or maybe he made a cutback because he didn't think he would get to the edge. Either which way, good positive yardage for Jackson Alvarez. Going to give him a 3rd down and about 9 or 8 yards on this one.
5:30 and ticking here in the first half. Bisbee Pumas looking to add to that 14-7 lead, and they're getting the ball back in the second half. So Tanque Verde, it is put up or shut up time for that defense, because the touchdown you might start seeing the postseason slip away.
It's going to be tough to get back in the postseason picture for the Hawks already.
A win over Bisbee doesn't hurt. Lopez, high snap. We have a flag. It might be an offside. It might be a free play. Lopez
Not going
throws
to be
it
an
away.
offside, Dave. They stop it for offside. It's going to be either illegal shift or illegal formation, as it did look like the Bisbee Pumas were having trouble lining up with the wide receivers on that one. And it is going to be an illegal formation on the Bisbee Pumas.
So 3rd and longer for the Bisbee Pumas.
Gloria Leon in the chat says, Pumas!
Pumas!
Oh, did I tell you I met Tombstone head coach Dominic Bonilla's wife? She was with the Chiricahua Hospital.
That's amazing how many people we get meeting doing this job. And all of a sudden, we just really got opened up to the community. You got to meet all these people that we otherwise would have never met. And they're all lovely.
Absolutely.
I haven't come across a jerk yet.
Penalty's going to be declined. It's going to be a 4th down for the Pumas. I do see Michael Coronado is very deep. So this looks like it's going to be a punt for the Pumas. they don't do it often, so a little bit of trouble getting substitutions in for the special teams right now.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're forcing the Boomers into a punt. That's the right decision from the head coach, Mr. Bolnow.
On number 14, the Tanque Verde Hawks back to receive. Rocco Haggard.
There's a punt from Coronado. That's a good punt. Very deep into Tanque Verde territory. That's going to shift the field. What's he going to call it? Right outside the 20-yard line for Michael Coronado. So nice punt, 4:40 on the clock. Tanque Verde going to try to get something back from the Pumas. 2 3-and-out possessions so far in this game.
2 3-and-out possessions, 2 good possessions, and we'll see what Tanque Verde offense shows up. But Gloria Leon in the chat says, go Fabian. And Jolton Jr., Fabian Hernandez, if he has anything to say about it, it's going to be another 3-and-out.
Fabian Hernandez, I tell you, he's wearing war paint tonight. The kid is locked in. You don't think he wants to help these seniors win this game and get them into the postseason? When's the last time you can even smell postseason football in Bisbee, Arizona?
If it wasn't for big Luis Hernandez for the Pumas as a freshman, Fabian Hernandez would have been the biggest kid on that team still. He's got size, he's had speed since he's been a part of this Bisbee Puma roster. Every season, 100 tackles, and definitely eclipsed that mark this year already.
Double-digit sacks as well. Handoff to Harrison. He's going to push the pile for about 2 yards, 2nd and 8.
Hernandez came up there for that tackle, Dave, just like we called him out. Fabian Hernandez sheds a block, gets into the cutback lane, able to make the tackle. Still a pretty good game. We always say 34 yards on offense running the football. That's a win for the offense.
As I told Fabian pregame, Harrison, just stop at number 24, and everybody else can eat. Fabian said, as he always does, yes, sir. Oh, they give him a little more yards than I thought. 2nd and 6. That's a handoff to the left side. He's going to fall forward close to the marker. They're going to give it to him. That is going to be a first down for Tanque Verde.
Here we go. Tanque Verde going back with that full house backfield. 3 lined up across. So, again, not necessarily full house because you don't have the ceiling, but I got nothing else to call it. And Nixon Hills, who's had a big game so far, the top rusher for the Tanque Verde
Hawks. You said
Hawks.
that twice. Don't have the ceiling. What does that mean?
It means tailback's not at the very top. They're just lined up one next to each other.
Oh, okay.
So if you have 3 in the backfield, it's kind of like a pyramid. Just call it a full house with the line. Here they are again, and they're super tight to the quarterback as well.
Yes, they are. And that handoff. Oh, he's still on his feet. He pushed forward for more yards than I thought. Let's see where they mark this.
It's going to be downfield. Miles Schuler had to make the tackle on that one. He was getting blocked as he did. So that lent itself to having the pile pushed a little bit forward for the Tanque Verde Hawks. With 3:18 to play, there's plenty of time to run that ball into the end zone. Bisbee has to answer the challenge made by this offensive line for Tanque Verde.
So you just said the opposite of what I was going to say. I was like, clock is starting to become a factor now. You can't be that slow plotting.
No, but you don't have to speed up either.
Hand off to Harrison. That's a reverse. Bisbee wasn't ready for it. He's going to get taken out of bounds across the 50 into Puma territory. That's number 7, Aiden Cooper, on the reverse.
Aiden Cooper was the one that fumbled that ball on his way to the end zone from Sebastian Lopez. So a good play from Aiden Cooper to come back in this one. 2:56, ball's out of bounds into Bisbee territory. They stopped the clock. We do have Stephen Andrew Ray in the chat said the last time the Bisbee Pumas hosted a postseason game was 2015. And then Jennifer Norris Ferguson says, you guys do a great job. Thank you, Jennifer. We really appreciate it, even though you're lying. Traveling all across Cochise County.
Lying right to our faces.
And is more than greatly appreciated to show the. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's our pleasure. We just did this for fun, like when we first started doing it.
Oh, and
it was
then
just fun for us to watch.
It became our
Cochise
profession. That's going to be a handoff. He's going to push that pile forward for 7 yards. So the clock's going to keep ticking. 2:30, tick, tick, tick. But that's going to be another positive game for Tanque Verde.
This is where I'd like to see the Bisbee Pumas kind of adapt to Wilcox Cowboy defense mentality, Dave. I pointed out last week the Wilcox Cowboys love to go 4-point stance to try to get under the pads. And right now, all Tanque Verde wants to do is run the ball. 4-point stance, low man wins, and push that offensive line back. Let your linebacker scrape down and make some plays.
Fabian just shifted himself into the D-tackle position. Rocco's going to roll out to his right.
Oh, dangerous.
Yes, it was. My middle name is Dangerous. But, yeah, those 3 Pumas in the territory of that football.
Man, that was dangerous. It was a good time to call the play action. The Bisbee Pumas not fooled on that one. I saw Jackson around the ball. I saw Sebastian around the ball. I saw Cam Anderson around the ball, who's turning into a huge playmaker for the Bisbee Pumas this year at cornerback.
Yeah, Rocco Haggard, like Richard Pryor, playing with fire right there.
Josh Allen style. 1:58 left to go here in the first half. 14-7. Third down now.
3rd and 4. Rocco Haggard's going to roll out to his right. He's got a receiver open for the first down. Aiden Cooper again.
They're going to stop the clock to move the chains. 14-7, 1:52 to play. Now clock is becoming an issue. Those last couple of plays didn't go Tanqe Verde's way, so they got to start getting this ball in and getting this call in just a little bit early and kind of get on the hop here, so to speak.
Yeah, they're still sitting on the 36, and that clock is tick, tick, ticking. So here we go, minute 45 and ticking.
All 3 timeouts still left for the Tanqe Verde Hawks.
That is correct. 3 wide receivers out left for Tanqe Verde. Rocco's looking to his left to throw the ball. He's got an open man. Aiden Cooper again. Hearing that name a lot. That's
Gets
gonna
out of
move him
bounds.
up to the 32-yard lines and out of bounds. Minute 29. Put up, shut up time for the Puma defense. Come on, boys.
Clock. I'm telling you, Dave, on the last few plays, I've been watching Fabian Hernandez because why wouldn't you? And it looks like we're going to have a timeout from Tanqe Verde. The clock was stopped out of bounds. The clock is running, so I'm not so sure the Tanqe Verde Hawks saw that the clock was supposed to be stopped. Either which way, they do call timeout. But back to my point, we've been watching Fabian Hernandez on his last few plays. He is definitely getting some Chris Jones treatment on this one. He'll beat his initial man. He'll get blocked by a running back, a second running back on him. So they are very well aware of the monster that Fabian Hernandez is down there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They are well scouted against the Bisbee Pumas. This might be my favorite, even though the song was predicated my worst moment as a Seahawks fan. This might be my favorite song in a football stadium. I'm going to thank the Sierra Vista Soap Company. Locally handmade bath and body products. You can visit SierraVistaSoapCompany.com.
Oh, sorry. I was dancing with
I'm telling you, this song gets me jacked.
I would like to thank the Synergy Home Care of Sierra Vista. Remember, Synergy Home Care provides strictly non-medical home care for people that struggle with activities of daily living. Give them a call at 520-685-1035. If you are a family caregiver, they can help you on your journey to getting paid for taking care of your loved one.
Big shout out to Saguaro Air Solutions of Sierra Vista. Give them a call, 520-699-4237, to learn about their limited time offer for furnace services and furnace installations.
Thank you as well to Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our community since 1963.
Seamless. Ball's in his hands. He's rolling to his right, tackling field in pursuit, as is Emilio Diaz-Lopez. And big old hit for, is that Coronado?
That's Sebastian Lopez.
Oh, he's here. He's there. He's every freaking where. Sebastian Lopez.
Good defense play from the Pumas on that one. Like you said, blitzing Spencer Anthony, gets in the backfield, rolls him out. Diaz-Lopez is waiting for him. Does a good job finding his short route on that flood concept. But Sebastian Lopez, with that 4.4 speed, easily closes it down. Delivers a shot as well, 3rd and now long for the Tanqe Verde Hawks.
Sebastian Lopez. Well, it is, again, all 3 years he's been the starting quarterback of the Bisbee Pumas. We've been sitting right here in this booth watching it. And it has been an absolute privilege and a show. Third
Buena
and...
Colts up 28-0 in their game right now.
Who?
Buena.
Yes. 3rd and 7. That's going to be batted at the line. That's going to make it a 4th and 7. Minute and 6 on the clock.
Decision time if you're Tanqe Verde, Dave. Do you go for this one?
That's enough time on that clock for Lopez.
So over a minute left. This is one of those instances, I always say.
They're punting.
I always say you want to go for it on this down and distance in this area, but if you can pin him inside the 5, Bisbee's going to have a long way to go to try to get a touchdown. You might save some points if you do it.
Yeah, you don't want to give the Pumas the ball back with a shorter field with that much time, and that's going to be another timeout, I believe.
Does anyone have the St. David score update? That is a big game.
Yes,
St.
please.
David against
Anybody that
Christian.
can tell us anything about what's going on in St. David, which is where we would have been tonight if it wasn't senior night for the Bisbee Pumas.
Of course, Tombstone. I do believe Tombstone plays this week. They have themselves a nice little tune-up game before they play the Pumas.
Yeah,
next
they got
week.
a cupcake. So Tombstone's going to win by a lot to a little.
I mean, outside of Cochise County, you could say Wilcox, Benson, Tombstone, and Bisbee, they view all these teams as cupcakes and just trying to get ready for the next one.
Trying to get ready for each other. Yes.
And Tanqe Verde, I mean, again, they were ranked top 5 coming into this year, but it's just not been their season.
Coach Todd said they lost a lot of seniors off of last year's team, so a rebuilding year for Tanqe Verde. And they're having a heck of a year.
So Tanqe Verde's going to think about this one. You don't take a timeout unless you're going to go for it, Dave. And Bisbee's ready for it.
Yeah, you're right. Rocco Haggard coming back out onto the field.
If they get it, it's genius. If they don't and Bisbee scores a touchdown, you're all of a sudden what we used to call the GOAT, which would be not so flattering as it's known nowadays.
And they are going to hand that off to Harrison. He's got room. He's going to get that first down and more. So that's going to bring him inside the 25-yard line. First down for Tanqe Verde. That's under a minute on the clock, and it will start ticking when that chain gets set. Tanqe Verde is going to have a ball, and they don't necessarily have to do anything. They have another timeout.
Did they just call that timeout?
I believe they did.
Wow.
So that gives me a chance to thank T&B Tire Services. Based in Wilcox, they specialize in tire sales, repairs for passenger vehicles, semis, and farm equipment. Come down and see Mark Teeters. 2060 North Haskell Avenue. Or they'll give them a call, 520-766-5550.
Thank you, Casa de la Paz Hospice. They've been a cornerstone of compassionate care in our community since 1987. With a rich history of service and a deep commitment to their mission, Casa de la Paz continues to be a trusted source of support and solace for those in need. Give them a call at 520-263-3400.
Thank you to Service and Medical Group, doctors, nurses, and caregivers that are all dedicated to getting you back to the community that you love. Dedicated to helping you live your healthiest life. Connect with a provider today at svmedicalgroup.org. So a new set of downs from the 33-yard line for the Tanqe Verde Hawks. Bisbee looking for that stand as they're getting the ball in the second half. Rocco's in shotgun. He's calling for the ball. They're comfortable throwing the ball in this game right now. Oh, it's almost an interception by tackling Phil. Almost served it up on a big fat dinner plate, but that's going to be second and 10.
Looking for Torgerson across the middle. Ball thrown behind. I don't even think Anthony got his head around to catch that one for Tanqe Verde. Crisis averted for Tanqe Verde. 54 seconds to go, Dave. You're absolutely right. Tanqe Verde desperately needs this touchdown drive. The Bisbee Pumas have been going up and down the field on them for the better part of their drives. They did have to punt one time, but other than that, they've been finding that end zone and getting into that red zone.
Haggard's dropping back to pass again. He doesn't like anything he has, but he's got the middle of the field wide open.
Oh, that hurt.
Oh, God, is he okay? Oh, these kids are made out of rubber, thank God. Oh.
Taken down by number 6.
And
I
that
thought
was
they got broken
interesting
his back.
with all the players' safety calls we have. It's not a running clock. It's a first down. Bisbee coaches want the clock to run. And the referee is correctly saying that it's supposed to stop. Oh, no, maybe not. I thought they gave him the first down.
Oh.
They gave him the third down, so now there's going to be issues with the clock running. Remember, Tanqe Verde lost their last time out. I think they're going to stop it to measure it. What is going on?
I don't know.
Either way, there's a conference in the middle of the field. But, Dave, like I was saying, we've seen so many calls in the name of player safety. Rocco going down for a quarterback slide on that one and got folded up like a lawn chair. And you would expect to see the flag on that one. Lucky that it didn't come out. And I will say, I always err on the side of let them play. But
Yeah,
that was a tough hit to see.
Ooh, that was I can't believe it just popped back up because that was like, whoa. Tough kid, number 14 for Tanqe Verde. But you're right, though. That potentially could have been a penalty.
Selene Amanye, I can say your name. Have you been commenting? I've been looking at the chat, and it has been a little bit slow on my end.
What? Where's all my Puma fans at? Where's the Tanqe Verde fan? We had some of those last week. I told them we were doing their game.
We are going to get a measurement on this one.
Short.
Just short. So that means, Dave, Tanqe Verde again with no timeouts left. Once this change are set, that whistle is going to blow and this clock is going to start.
So Tanqe Verde is going to have to move fast.
It's a crazy game we're playing, and Crazy Train's playing. How about that? Crazy Train was a song from the 80s.
70s.
It was 80s.
70s.
That's when Ozzy went solo. You're so wrong about this.
All right, maybe you're right. All right, so clock's running, handoff. Oh, no, he fakes the handoff, throws it up the right side. Oh, that was a saving tackle by Spencer Anthony, I believe, or number 6. Why am I blanking
So it
right
does. The chains are
Cam
going to
Anderson.
set, so the clock will stop at 22 seconds. And you see Tanqe Verde up. They call 2 plays in that huddle, and they are ready for the second one.
Rocco's going to try to quarterback keep that. He's going to take it up the left side.
Oh, what a play.
He's not past line of scrimmage. That's a touchdown, Tanqe Verde.
Was he past the line of scrimmage?
I
I
thought
don't
he
see
was.
a flag. That's going to be an interesting call. It was close, I'll say that. No flag. That's going to be a touchdown for Tanque Verde, I think.
They haven't put any points on the board yet.
What is going on?
All right. Somebody has to notice that potentially he might have been over the line of scrimmage, but they are.
It was close. Where's the replay? Where's our replay?
You are not.
Where's Dan
wrong.
the man? That's going to be a touchdown, Tanque Verde, with a chance and an extra point to tie this one up going into the half.
Big extra point. Big extra point attempt. And that's good. So that's going to be a tie ball game. 11 seconds left. So presumably that's going to be the score going into halftime. Of course, when we get to halftime, we will be taking a small break. So please stick around for the second half of what this turned into a very highly contested affair here in Bisbee, Arizona. Not to the liking of anybody sitting in front of me.
Right. That was good defense from the Bisbee Pumas on that one. But Rocco just making himself a Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen / Patrick Mahomes side play on that one. Saw the defender coming in, is like, he's down there somewhere. Threw the ball, got the touchdown. Good play there on our Ed Morse Automotive Group drive recap. A drive that the Tanque Verde Hawks desperately needed, like you pointed out, Dave. Bisbee gets the ball to start the second half.
And before they do, I'm going to one last time in this first half. Thanks to Haro Air Solutions for guaranteed honest service. Choose Haro Air Solutions, locally owned and operated. Give them a call to find out about their furnace installation and servicing specials. 520-699-4237.
Marv Hill in the chat says, let's go Pumas as well. Selene, I did say your name already.
That's a barring a special teams miracle. We will go into halftime 14-14.
It's senior night at Warren Ballpark here in historic Bisbee, Arizona.
The land of dandies and dreamers.
And athletes, apparently.
And athletes. Kickoff is received. That ball's on the ground. Hunter's going to pick it up. Oh, he pins it back to Lopez.
Oh, he's got
to the left side. He's gone. Sebastian Lopez is gone. He's there. He's there. He's every freaking where. Touchdown. Pumas.
Oh, my Lord. Take me now. I've seen enough to know I've seen too much. No flags on the field, Dave. Look at Hunter Wright playing possum. He's like, I'm going to drop this ball. Just kidding. We saw that pitch come to Sebastian Lopez, and there is no one in front of him. And I'm sorry. There is not a single person on earth that is chasing down Sebastian Lopez.
Wow. 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 Unless there's a miracle on specialties. And there he goes. See ya. Oh, and the fight song has started, and the fans are going nuts. Extra point attempt coming in for the Pumas.
A lot of people love that one in the chat there.
Wow.
Hector Blaine and Alyssa Valenzuela. Go Bisbee and go Sebastian.
Number 2, Jackson Alvarez back to kick. Number 5, Michael Coronado to
That
hold.
might be the loudest touchdown Pumas I've ever yelled in my life. And the kick is good. 21-14, Bisbee over Tanque Verde going into halftime.
Dave, we talk about sucker punches all the time. That is the ultimate sucker punch I've seen. That's a sucker punch turned into a haymaker. Bisbee on the ropes, rope-a-doping like Muhammad Ali. All of a sudden, come out, knocking George Foreman out. What a play from the Pumas, 21-14, and a chance to double up again. You said it, Dave. They get the ball starting second half.
Oh my goodness, folks, stick around for the second half of this game. We will be back with you in just a couple of minutes, my friends. Sebastian Lopez.
Some say he's here, there, and everywhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, performing tonight is going to be the Bisbee cheer team out at the 50-yard line.
We barely be halfway through the second quarter.
Everyone knows Wilcox is up at number 11 after being 22. The Bisbee Pumas, who were number 6 last week, fall to number 7. Good job winning, boys. That's your reward for winning. The Tombstone Yellow Jackets jumped from 25 to 19, and all of a sudden they're in there. Remember, that 2A has a playing game, I'm almost positive. And then also the Benson Bobcats fell from number 13 to 18. Okay.
This lack of love, all of our Cochise County teams, just take it to AIA and tell them to stick it in the fridge.
I don't know what you want. Benson Bobcats won 63 to nothing.
I mean, I know who they played, but what are they supposed to do? Beat them 100 to nothing? Like, you have to put in the JV kids. You have to mercy rule them. Like, you know what it is.
Well, folks, I said we're gonna have 2 offensive and 2 defensive players of the week. I know Dave knows 2 of them. Go ahead, Dave.
Landon Ward.
And defensively?
Todd Pacheco.
And our other 2 defensive players of the week are going to be, or our other defensive player of the week, Cam Anderson from the Bisbee Pumas.
Yes.
Not often we get a defensive back in here. 12 tackles, 2 interceptions.
Year.
Year and a week.
Year.
And then also,
out of the blue, too. We did not see this coming.
You think it'd be Sebastian Lopez. I'm going to give it to Hunter Wright for the Bisbee Pumas.
4 tutters?
And 160 receiving yards. That's going to bring us.
Now, Lopez gets plenty of shine. Hunter Wright, 4 tutters on there as a wide receiver.
No kidding, right? Ryan Russell says, love that Tombstone hat. Fun fact, Tombstone was the very first hat I got. I walked up to the prep table, and I explained that we do a high school show, and this was last year when we first started football, so a long, long, long time ago. And they said, yeah, take a hat, for sure, whichever one you want. And I picked that one because, like you said, that's an amazing hat.
Yeah, all of the hats. All of our hats are, except for...
Come on, Buena. We're waiting.
I saw a coach last week. I was like, we need a hat. I literally just served the man.
It takes time.
I just served the man. We need a better Buena hat. Okay, Benson stepped it up. Look at that sexy thing.
Oh, that was great. Oh, what a great hat.
Benson hat is so nice.
And here's the thing,
They're all nice.
Benson could have been the first hat we got, but I promised I would take it back, and they were like, okay, whatever. But sometimes I
all right, well, just keep that.
hit my foot in the mouth.
We know what that is.
Yeah. Can you give me the St. David's hat as well?
Yes.
Here's spoiler, Dave. Every team in Cochise County won this week. The ratings stay the same.
Actually, we did during the show. You had to get a trivia question right.
Yeah. If you were just here. So there are no sorry, number 4. I thought you knew these off the top of your head.
No.
You just handed me.
At this point, this is going to be Wilcox, right?
That's going to be the Wilcox Cowboys.
Yep.
Number 5 is going to be the Benson Bobcats. Those are our top 5 teams.
Let's see. Valley Union 1. So it's going to be Valley Union.
Yep. Number 6. Good job, Dave.
And then Tombstone.
Yep.
And then Marine.
Yep.
And even though 3 in a row because we don't like you, apparently, the Douglas Bulldogs.
And then ALA, who is also on a winning streak out there. We got to go.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll give us a hat if we just show up to the campus. Shoot. Anyway, so those are Paul's power rankings. No changes this week, folks.
Let's talk about the game we covered last night for Cool
Yeah,
FM, John.
Tombstone.
Real
Holy
quick,
smokes.
Yellow Jackets look pretty good. The stat man at the game said they only had 4 yards total on offense, Catalina.
Tombstone held them to 4 yards, which I believed it because they were stuffing that run.
Yeah.
That defensive line looked so tough. It reminded me of your guys' defensive line, honestly.
Yeah,
your
and
guys'
linebackers
offense.
were flying around too.
The defensive line stopped all the linemen from making any kind of movement, and those linebackers were shooting the gaps, and it looked great, I'll tell you that. For 2A football, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And they traveled well as far as Tombstone. The fans
were great travelers last night, so
they
off to those folks.
It was at least, we had probably 100 people in the stands, and on the other side, there might have been 30 people on the other side. So it is an off week for everybody, so not everybody shows
It's an
up.
off season for Catalina, too, man. They're still winless now, so
Yeah.
they're struggling. I mean, it's just like I was telling Coach Bonilla in the post-game interview. It's what's happened to Tucson. Everybody's gone outward instead of staying in town to play football. They're in the east side or they're up northwest by Oro Valley, and so it's just kind of what has happened with football overall. So talk about the Wilcox game real quick.
Dude, that Wilcox game went down to it too. 41-20 over Tanque Verde.
Yeah, handled their business. Mr. Ward, he was tearing it up. Had a lot of good stats. Didn't get the exact numbers, but he came out in the second half and just blew it up.
And then Benson, we almost covered that game, 63-0 over Santa Rita Eagles. Huge blow. It was just a night of blowouts. There wasn't any close games except for ALA versus Paradise Valley that I covered on Thursday. You and I got to see a little bit of. 8-man football is a lot of fun to watch. I'll tell you that. Big play after big play. I mean, it's fun.
Big shooters.
And then you got Bisbee Pumas 47 over Palo Verde Titans 20. We did Douglas Bulldogs, 50 over the Choya Chargers 14. I mean, blowout after blowout, and then
it's a great week for Southern Arizona football for sure. Excuse me.
I mean, all the teams won, so that was a lot of fun to see.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Did we have a wild and crazy explosive first half or what? 21-14. Pumas on top of the Tanque Verde Hawks.
What? Absolutely. I mean, again, it was supposed to be 14-14, and then a hook and ladder to Sebastian Lopez later, and all of a sudden, Bisbee takes a 7-point lead into halftime, where they will be receiving the ball and looking to put this thing away.
I don't think you did that play enough justice, Dave. There's 11 seconds to go in the half. Hunter Wright gets the ball, gives it to Sebastian Lopez. The only way they could score points was on the kickoff, and boy, did they scheme it up for Sebastian Lopez on that one.
I'm surprised I have a voice left. That is the loudest touchdown boomers I've ever yelled in my life. And we are now one half of football away from locking up the section, and one Tombstone game away from hosting that playoff game here in Bisbee, Arizona.
All right, let's
Again,
see.
we know the Tombstone that's a different environment over there in Tombstone, Arizona. So never an easy game.
I want to thank. I'm sorry to cut you off here. You're absolutely right about that, Dave. But I'd like to thank Dan the Manimal for the graphics.
Yes, sir.
In between halftime, and thanking all of our sponsors because that alleviates some stress when we come back. And we can get to go into the chat and see, because J.P. Wildman has a lot of updates for us.
Oh, what do we got?
Superior's on top of Valley Union 32 to 16. Valley Union, remember, Dave, they're ranked 12th right now. They need this one. They need this one to.
Oh, come on, Dylan Mitchell. I believe in you.
Bisbee folks watching from Las Vegas, and he says, please let me know, J.P. Wildman, that is, please let me know why Tanqe Verde kicked that ball deep to Sebastian Lopez. They're doing it again.
Yeah, yes, they are.
But
That's going to get picked up by Coronado. He's going to run.
Oh, that's a face
big
mask.
fat face mask there, Michael Coronado.
Oh, right in front of the officials. Nothing called.
No flag? He literally yanked his head off.
Well, I will say, and I did talk to a couple of the coaches on both sides and some fans, and the refs have been letting them go a little bit here.
Well, that's not letting it go.
Hey, I'm just
drug him down
saying.
by his face.
Bob Thomas says, thanks. Sorry we can't be there, but thanks to the broadcast. Watching from Thatcher, thank you so much. I will be in Thatcher sometime next week to get Synergy Home Care into Graham County.
Well, you better get some free lunch out there in Thatcher for all your hard work you do
That's
here.
a 4-hour round trip. I am not looking forward to it. But what you got to do, Dave. It's what you got to do.
So, Bisbee Pumas, 7-point lead. They get the ball in the second half. Let's see if they can add to it. Lopez in shotgun. It's going to be a quick hitter out to the right side to Bryson. Bryson with a big, fat, stiff arm over there gets himself about 9 yards, if not the first down. Bryson Meyer put a man down.
And again, great job there from Coronado and Schuler blocking downfield. These swing and screen passes from the Bisbee Pumas are only successful with wide receivers blocking, and they've been doing a great job of that tonight.
And that is going to be a Bisbee Puma first down. They're going to move those chains. Or they're trying to give me a fist bump. But no, it's hammer time apparently.
Hey, can you look at the levels on that mixer there and make sure the 1 and 2 are at the same spot? They just look like the numbers are at the same spot pointing upwards.
They look like they are.
Okay, good.
So new set of downs for the Pumas. Lopez is shotgun, man in motion. Lopez going to hand it off. Oh, Meyer gets hit in the backfield. Tanqe Verde, big play on defense. Negative play, 2nd and 12.
Hang on, Zaya Montiel, who just got beat on that one. Zaya, of course, the younger brother of Javi Montiel, so his first year starting, I do believe, for the Pumas, and that's just a learning moment for him. Sometimes you have to learn on the field, and there's Tanqe Verde. They're so big and quick, they can teach it quickly. J.P. Wildman in the chat says Lopez has been the best small school athletes, and you kick it to him. He still can't get over it.
2nd and 12 for the Pumas. Jackson in motion. Lopez looking to fake the pitch. He's going to roll it back out to his right side. The kid is a magician. Let's see what he can come up with. Takes a big hit. That's going to be 3rd and 10. Lopez bounces right back up like this Superman that he is. After that broken finger debacle, man, that's it. The kid's unstoppable.
I'll tell you, Dave, much credit to the Tanqe Verde defense on that one. Dylan Lewis coming in and making that hit, but that was great team defense. You heard me. I thought he had a cutback lane and he was going to go to the house, but they closed it up very quickly to keep it for a short gain. We just saw what Sebastian Lopez could do on a kickoff return. That is not an easy feat to do.
And we have a couple of Hawks in the booth with us. What these Hawks didn't see, we had a game this year. Sebastian Lopez broke his finger on his right hand throwing. It was nasty.
Dislocated.
Nasty. So 3rd and 9 for the Pumas. Lopez is going downfield with the ball.
What a ball.
What a play. He's gone.
What a
touchdown. Pumas. Give him an inch, and he takes Miles Schuler.
Miles Schuler has been doing the dirty work for the Pumas all night, blocking for his fellow receivers and running backs. This time he's the one to get the shine. What a pass from Lopez right in the chest. Miles Schuler does the rest, breaking 2 tackles, getting into the end zone. The Bisbee Pumas double up at the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half, both touchdown drives to blow this open to a 2-possession lead.
Lopez has evolved into such an amazing quarterback. The accuracy is insane. So 27-14, here comes the extra point for Jackson Alvarez. I mean, we've run out of superlatives for Sebastian Lopez.
You are not wrong about that one, sir.
And the kick is up, and it is good. Kick that ball to the Bisbee Evening, 28-14, Pumas on top.
Selene and Rosina in the chat say, way to go, Pumas. Great job from Miles. Absolutely. Dave, the Bisbee Puma offense rolling and rolling and rolling tonight. They've only ever had one hiccup on the season, and that was Benson. That's just because Benson has an elite defense, and they ended up winning that game either which way. But this is the explosive Pumas that we have come to know and love in the last couple of years.
That touchdown brought to you by Fred Gray at After Hours HVAC for all your local heating and cooling needs. After Hours is driven to make a difference and ensuring customers receive the highest level of care and commitment to solving your HVAC needs. Give them a call, 520-459-5257.
And Morse Automotive Group Drive recap, a good stiff arm from Bryson Meyer, but that one was all Miles Schuler taking that one to the house after a great cut. I'll tell you, the playmakers are making plays tonight for the Bisbee Pumas.
Every one of them, every single one. Hunter Wright, Michael Coronado, Miles Schuler, Jackson, Bryston. Everybody is in top form tonight.
Kit back in the chat says Pumas rock, 28-14, 9:40. That didn't take long at all. 9:40 still on the clock in the third quarter.
And that's going to be an onside kick.
Oh, no. We're going to have a procedural penalty on the Pumas, probably offside. Wilcox up 35-0 on Palo Verde. J.P. Wildman, if you can get us the St. David score.
Oh, yes, please. I don't know how you do this, J.P. Wildman, but the St. David score would be amazing. I don't know how he does it.
I don't either.
He's got to have like a 20-screen setup like in a sports room somewhere.
Just sitting there like Jim Carrey and Batman Forever, just absorbing all the high school games.
Yeah, I don't know how he does this. I want to hang out with J.P. Wildman on a Friday night. Friday night lights in Bisbee, Arizona.
Boy,
they
folks,
host the Tanqe Verde Hawks.
We had a choice. There was two great games going on. We're in Bisbee, but we definitely want to see what St. David's doing. Good kick.
That kick is going to be picked up and run up the right side by number 23.
22,
and he's still on his feet into Puma territory. What a return.
Oh, we got a flag at the end of it.
He's down at the 40-yard line at Pumas. What a return. All heart. No quit in the Tanqe Verde Hawks. Absolutely not.
Sebastian Blakeman with another good return. He had a big first quarter. Since then has been a little bit quiet, but now back in with that big kickoff return, setting up the Tanqe Verde Hawks momentarily with great field position, but there is a flag on the play.
Well, they didn't call it face mask against Coronado. I don't know what they're calling. You got to kill a man to get a penalty out there.
Face mask on the Bisbee Pumas.
Oh, that's going to get Tanqe Verde great field position to start their first possession of the second half. Pumas letting them back in the door.
That double dip, Dave, at the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half for the Bisbee Pumas is, in more ways than one, it impacts this game. For instance, if they can keep scoring like this, Tanqe Verde is going to have to get out of their power offense and start trying to throw the ball with the Pumas. And we've seen it for 3 games now. The Tanqe Verde Hawks are not built to throw the ball this year.
Well, not deep passes downfield. Like I said, you said at the beginning of the game, they're a quick-hitting team. But they do have Harrison. And there he goes. Oh, but that is going to be sniffed out. Tackling field, Spencer Anthony all over that one, along with Miles Schuler.
And Jackson Alvarez on the tackle. So that's what you got to do. You got to swarm the ball carrier for the Bisbee Pumas. Easier said than done when they run up the middle because you first have to shed blocks. And a great job from 3 Pumas shedding the blocks on that one. As we do have Sadie Hectus in the chat says, watching from home. And Lloyd Barton says, go Pumas. First time in the chat.
Well, welcome all. How many viewers do we have this evening?
Nearly 100.
Excellent.
Trying to crack the triple digits live.
Thank everybody for joining us on COOLFM Live. Do not forget, we have COOLFM Live sports page on Facebook, and we have a YouTube channel as well. So these highlights of Sebastian Lopez will live forever.
Yeah, we've had problems with Facebook taking it out.
Second and 10. Rocco is going to pitch it out to Harrison. Harrison's got a little bit on the right side. Gets about 5 of them. 3rd and 5.
Again, good pursuit from the Bisbee Pumas, but that's good work from the Tanque Verde Hawks offensive line. Jackson Alvarez scraping down to make the play. Now a 3rd and manageable situation for Tanque Verde, whereas avoiding the 3rd and long on that one.
Yeah, they're going to be down 2 scores. It's going to be go for it territory for the majority of the game, for the rest of the game for Tanque Verde. 3rd and 5. Wind is still swirling out there. He's looking back to pass. Big pressure by Fabian, but he gets away from it. Rocco's trying to get to the edge. He gets pushed out of bounds.
He's going to be short of the first down, but Dave, you say it all the time. In this area of the field, it's 4th and go for it every time.
Yeah, oh, yeah. There's no hesitation from Tanque Verde on this. They will be going for this. So 4th and 3 for the Hawks. A stop here by Bisbee, and they can start sniffing the postseason.
Fabian Hernandez breaking through the line. Looked like he might have been held, might have just lost his footing, but he definitely readjusted where he wanted to go with that one. Otherwise, might have had a sack. So Fabian playing like a monster. If he's getting held, he's definitely getting the Chris Jones treatment now.
Oh, he's so fast. So, yeah, normally we see him just close in on that and take him down.
This is a big 4th down. Normally 4th and 2 with a team that's running the ball like this, you think, oh, it's inevitable they're going to get the first down. But the Bisbee Pumas answered the call all year and have answered the call a few times tonight.
You get Tanque Verde. Any postseason hopes that they have at all is relying on these 2 yards. And that's a timeout. Tanque Verde. They're going to, again, their entire postseason hopes. What? I know you can't burn that timeout.
You can't burn that timeout in the second half down 2 scores, Dave. That you're going to need that at the end of the game.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
We got to get the calls in. I know it's a big 4th down. It's the play of the game so far, but man, I'm at the point where I probably would have liked the 5-yard penalty on that one.
Yeah,
save that timeout. It's tough. It's probably the correct call, but let's just do a better job of getting the play in.
Well, that timeout leads me to thank the Sierra Vista Soap Company, locally handmade bath and body products. You can find them at the Sea Sun Creations in the Sierra Vista Mall or visit them at SierraVistaSoapCompany.com.
And it is a timeout right now, Dave, and if you need a timeout and taking care of your loved one, you need to call Synergy Home Care. Specialize in respite care. If you need just a couple days or maybe a vacation, call them today, and they can come in and fill in for you in taking care of your loved one at 520-685-1035.
So here comes this huge play coming in here.
Digga in the chat says, I'm watching, sorry to say from home, this game is awesome, Pumas. Well, this is why we're here. When it gets a little chilly, Dave, we're here to broadcast for everyone.
Big 4th down play coming up, and Bisbee handed it to them. They gave them the first down. Bisbee not getting out of their own way. One play away from really starting to seal the deal, but that's going to be offsides on the Pumas.
Well, you saw Steve Spagnuolo coming out of the defensive coordinator for the Bisbee Pumas on that one, Dave, sending the house. They were not going to be able to run that ball for a first down. Unfortunately, the hard count, beautifully timed, beautifully executed from Tanque Verde, gives them a first down. And they still have time. They're not in a goal-to-go situation. If they get to the 3-yard line, they can reset the downs again.
So new set of downs for the Hawks. That's a handoff. Hey, going
Spencer
anyway.
Anthony.
You said they are sending the house right now. Tackling Field in on the tackle.
He's just so fast, and he's so downhill. Spencer Anthony, I don't know what happened over his junior and senior year. Junior year, he was top 10 in all of Arizona in tackles, and now he's going to be top 10 in tackles for losses.
Yeah, well, he said it was 2-3 yards downfield last year. Now these are in the backfield. Spencer Anthony is just blowing up plays.
2nd and 9. Tight formation.
2nd and 9. He's going to hand it up.
Oh!
Heavy leather being laid. He's going to be reminded of it by Michael Coronado. Big ol' hit on the run.
Yeah, Michael Coronado, what we call a decleater on that one, Dave. And Jackson Alvarez also in the tackle. Don't forget about him. Great defense so far now from the Bisbee Pumas. Again, a game of adjustments. Bisbee adjusts, Tanque Verde adjusts, Bisbee adjusts, Tanque Verde adjusts. Bisbee looks like they got the full house backfield run play sniffed out right now. We'll see if Tanque Verde sticks with it, or it looks like they are switching up to a shotgun. Gloria Leon in the chat line saying you sing great.
3rd and 8. Hey, he rolls to his right. Rocco Haggard looking for anything. Fabian takes it down the big
interception!
And the interception by Jackson Alvarez kneels it down. Bisbee Pumas get the ball back. I hope Rocco's okay because Fabian got a big hit, and they're calling over the coaching staff. Fabian had a huge hit. Now Rocco pops right up as stud that he is.
Just great defense from the Puma, Dave. And the Bisbee Pumas back to front just have a great defense. all around. If they showed it on that one, Fabian Hernandez, like you said, with the pressure, big hit, no one in the end zone. Jackson Alvarez, what a play to just come over and take that ball. Bisbee Pumas with a chance to go in there and completely control this football game. It's 2A high school football. It's never over, but a 21-point lead with however much time is going to be left on the clock in the third quarter, that's going to be a tough one to overcome for the Hawks.
Absolutely. It's going to take some on-tide kicks and some special teams magic. There's a Lopez and company trotting back out there with a 14-point lead. If they add to this, like you said, that's woo.
A lot of cheers coming up.
A very plus-sized young woman entering the facility.
A lot of cheers from the Cool FM chat, as you can imagine on that one.
Lopez is going to quarterback keep that one, makes a man miss. Up the middle, still on his feet on the left side. Lopez gets about 4 yards. Very hard-fought 4 yards, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Dave, I couldn't get the number on the Tanque Verde player, but someone in the backfield right away, and that's going to stop Sebastian Lopez from getting a touchdown. I'm going to say everything else blocked up so perfectly, and this is why football is what the sport everyone loves. All 11 players have to be on the same page to make something work. Right there, Tanque Verde gets one player in the backfield, and they stop what could have been a sure touchdown from Sebastian Lopez. Now, all credit to Lopez. I mean, 5 yards is 5 yards.
Yeah, I mean, every time the kid gets loose, I mean, he's just too fast.
I do believe Sebastian Lopez is over 300 total yards here tonight in the first half.
Man in motion, Meyer. Heavy pressure from Tanque Verde. Lopez evades it, throws across the middle of the field. Good defense by Harrison on the Hunter. So good defensive play all around for the Tanque Verde Hawks right there.
Yeah, I might have got there a little early, but that's a no call in my book no matter what, Dave. But like you said, great defense tracking him down.
What do they call holding?
Oh, is there a flag down?
There is.
Oh, it looks like it's going to be
on Tanque Verde.
It is going to be on. It's going to be on the Bisbee Pumas.
Yeah.
Tanque Verde. They're looking to see if they want to decline, and it looks like they are going to decline and make it a 3rd and out. You know it's tough. It's darned if you do or darned if you don't. If you do take it, you get the Pumas an extra down. If you don't take it, they're still just 5-6 yards away from that first down.
Oh, I'm putting them back 5 yards. I'm not giving them the chance.
St. David Tigers.
What?
46-8 at the half.
Ooh, over the number 2 team in the state?
Number 5 team. I looked it up. St. David's 4. Desert Christian's number 5.
Whatever. St. David's giving them it's spanking time, and they got a hankering for some spankering.
We would have had someone out there, but Logan Seeley unfortunately plays tonight for Marine.
Oh, that's right.
I guess no one else could do it, but whatever.
I thought we had other teams.
Not us. Yeah, I'm not saying us.
I know.
Okay. I didn't mean to come off as me scolding you on this one.
No, I know.
I'm happy to be here in Bisbee, Arizona.
Nowhere else I'd rather be. Lopez looking to pass. He's going deep again to the Hunter. Oh, it was right in the breadbasket. Hunter unable to corral that one. Good defense by Harrison again. How many times are you going to hear that name tonight?
Yeah, Hunter had it, though. And on that one, Dave, he just jumped a little early, tried to high point the ball. Unfortunately, got a little early. The wind has died down, but you can see the trees over there still blowing in. Might have carried that ball just a little bit too long in the air, something he's not expecting. And that's going to lead a punt to the Bisbee Pumas. And for the Tanque Verde Hawks, might have just saved their game with that defensive stand.
He let that thing go, and that ball went sailing away.
Bonnie Palo Verde and Wilcox. Wilcox is on top of Palo Verde for a lot to a little.
A lot to nothing. That's going to be a punt that's going to cross the 50-yard line, take a Puma bounce. They're just going to let that thing die inside the 40-yard line on the 39-yard line. Tanque Verde will take over with 5:11 in the third quarter. Tanque Verde getting the stand that they needed, as you just said.
Yeah, this turnover in possession is brought to you by Casa de la Paz Hospice. They've been a cornerstone of compassionate care in our community since 1987. They continue to be a trusted source of support and solace for those in need. Give them a call at 520-263-3400.
Also, thanks to Big Mike at All Pro Pest Management, putting the boot on bugs the last 15 years. Number 1 in Cochise County. You can find All Pro Pest Management on Facebook. Lightning and
of course.
Thunder.
As always, thank you to SSVEC and Ed Morse Automotive Group and the Sherry Ethel team. We have a special sponsor shout-out, so we don't really read their ads. It's the Sherry Ethel team owns real estate in the Bisbee Puma end zone here at Warren Ballpark.
Well, here's that formation that you were talking about. And that is going to be a quarterback keeper. He's going to get a couple of yards, but he also takes a big hit.
Sebastian Lopez on the hit. He's a little bit gingerly coming up on
get
that
him
one.
off the field for a play or two.
Adjustments. That's the first time we've seen the Tanque Verde Hawks run that boot action off of the play action. And so they're just trying to show another wrinkle in this one, Dave. Tanque Verde knows that this is their season on the line here tonight.
Yeah, any postseason aspirations for the Hawks, they're going to have to come back from 14 down against the Bisbee Pumas. Good luck. Considering how nice their coach is, I actually mean that wholeheartedly. Good luck. That's be a handoff. Oh, that's in a big hole. Big hole. Coronado cleans it up, but not until after he gets the first down into Puma territory at the 45.
Now, Blakeman's having himself a great game, Dave, for the Tanque Verde Hawks. Yeah. It's just tough. They've got so many weapons in the backfield for Tanque Verde. Their passing game isn't up to snuff as what it could be, but they could still run that football, especially behind those big boys on the offensive line.
Yeah, again, this is a formation they did not incorporate against the Wilcox Cowboys. This is going to be a traditional.
Well, to be fair, Wilcox was up a lot to a little, and they had to play catch-up the entire game.
Yeah. And that's a handoff up the middle for about, so he pushes forward for another yard, so 6 yards on the carry. 2nd and 4. Tanque Verde's moving. I don't like it.
Coco Flores in the chat says, "Go Bisbee Pumas."
You know, I know what you're doing right now, and I don't like it. Let's try to find the rest of this bottle. There's some right there, and there's some more over there.
Why don't you just put the bottle down? Yeah, I know. This is great. What?
Happy Gilmore 2 coming early 2025. 3:28 and ticking in the third. Tanque Verde still down 14, but they are on the 38 of the Pumas. That's going to be a handoff. Another big hole up the middle. Bisbee's got to shore up those gaps. They're going to give them the first down. A new set of downs for the Hawks. We got to shore up those A and B gaps.
It's one of those things. Good blocking scheme from the Tanque Verde Hawks. Again, the adjustments coming up. Tanque Verde driving the ball down the field just like you can drive a newer used vehicle from the Ed Morse Automotive Group in Sierra Vista.
That was very clever. That was a good one.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, you know,
JP
once you've
Wild.
owned that vehicle for a while and things start wearing and tearing on it, you go to T&B Tire Services in Wilcox. Go see Mark Teeters at 2060 North Haskell Avenue for all your tire needs.
JP Wildman, I completely agree. He's still on the kickoff return. It's like he changed the game. He's not wrong.
And that is going to be another big
well
hole.
blocked.
Oh, and he's going to get a lot of Coronado cleans him up, but not until he gets a lot more yards, putting him down on the 20-yard line.
Tanque Verde now, Dave, they're welcoming the pressure on the edges from the Bisbee Pumas. It's kind of like a draw. It's a counter. They're doing a counter, but it's kind of like a draw where the tackles aren't firing off the ball. They're letting the Bisbee Pumas get aggressive and get upfield, and they're just running the ball right underneath them right now.
It's time to bring the safeties down and start attacking these gaps. The threat downfield isn't existed so far this game. It's time to bring these safeties down, because they are running right through the middle of the Bisbee Puma defense.
They pretty much are, Dave.
It's going to fake the pitch. Quarterback keeper. Oh! Big old stick. They're going to.
And the player's going to be thrown to the ground. Good no call there from the officials. But Michael Coronado has come to hit here in the second half. Another big stick from the senior here on senior night.
Uh-oh. Jackson having words with Rocco Haggard. You know Jackson's got a mouth on him.
I've talked to some people that knew Jackson in middle school. He's might have calmed down since then, to be honest with you.
Jackson Alvarez. We could do an hour-long interview with Jackson Alvarez. I promise he wouldn't run out of things to say. Me and him would probably be perfect together.
All right, second down and long after that good defensive play from Jackson Alvarez and Michael Coronado.
Let's see, Rocco's in shotgun. He's going to hand that off. Oh, there's another big stick. You can hear the hitting down there. Only a 2-yard gain, 3rd and 8.
That's going to be Mason Richardson laying the lumber, Dave. They say in baseball, hitting's contagious. Well, it's contagious in football, too. When somebody starts flying downhill and you hear those pads cracking, it's my turn. It's my turn.
Yeah, I want to pop somebody. All the Pumas trying to get involved in the pop party.
Oh, wow. St. David had one player ejected. Ew. That's not like St. David.
Not even a little bit. Hopefully it wasn't Top Pacheco.
Digging it back in the chat says Pumas take him down. Just under a minute to play in the third quarter. You'd like to think the Tanque Verde Hawks to get back in this game want to score before the quarter changes. Third and long.
3rd and 8. Let's see what they draw up. They're going to try to throw it with Rocco. Good protection. And he's going to take it down well before the first down by Emilio Diaz-Lopez. That's going to make it 4th and a season. 4th and 5 for the season for Tanque Verde.
Yeah, Emilio Diaz-Lopez doesn't get his name called a lot, Dave, but he gets him called in the biggest moments. And that was a first down / touchdown saving play from Emilio Diaz-Lopez, who separated from his tackle, didn't overcommit. As soon as he saw Rocco pull the ball down, chases him down for the tackle.
Yeah, one of the senior captain leaders of the Bisbee Pumas. We will shout out all those names one last time before this broadcast ends tonight. Senior night, and again, so many of them that we have been with for years now. It has been an absolute privilege. I've said those words several times, but I can't say it enough. 4th and season for Tanque Verde. The protection's good. The throw is not.
Intercepted!
Interception by Sebastian Lopez. And he's got people breaking.
Oh.
He's going to take a big hit, but Sebastian Lopez gets the ball to the 26-yard line to theoretically end. Uh-oh, wait a minute. We got some extracurriculars here.
Yeah, this is a very frustrating series of events for the Tanque Verde Hawks, who are driving down the field, Dave, and now all of a sudden a 4th down and a turnover. That's not how they wanted to end that drive. And we know Bisbee lets you know exactly how your drive ended if they do stop you. But my goodness, what a play from Sebastian Lopez, keeping Tanque Verde out of the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty Real Estate in the end zone on that one. And now we switch the quarter over, 28-14, Pumas on top.
The fans are going crazy. Reality is starting to set in for the Bisbee Pumas. Welcome to the playoffs. Here we go.
I ain't called it yet.
What?
I haven't called it yet.
You always call it too early.
I know. That's why I haven't called it yet. I think my call might have let the Tanque Verde Hawks back into that Wilcox game. But again, folks, in between quarters, let me thank Barnett's Towing and Barnett's Propane, serving our community since 1963. I did talk to Mary from Barnett's Propane, who said they've expanded into Tucson and Phoenix now.
Yeah, it's been a staple of Cochise County for a very long time. Also, thank you to Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard, the one with the pink door. They're open on Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Save the wait at the DMV. Go to Ginger's Titles instead.
Also, thank you to the Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County, not just for sponsoring Cool FM, but getting me on my right life choices. They have physical therapy departments in Hereford, Bisbee, and Douglas, providing the highest quality of services to outpatients and home health patients of all ages. Make an appointment with one of their doctors at physical therapy today at 520-432-6435.
They're playing Oh Sweet Child of Mine, obviously, for Sebastian Lopez. The kid is Bisbee God, little G. I mean, he is going to reach...
A little G.
No, you just get a little G. But he is Bisbee God. What a career for Sebastian Lopez.
Well, we got some more people in the chat. Dig in the chat twice. EJ Hernandez says, shout out Fabian. Saying, we're awesome. Thank you so much. And also Ruhu Pumas. And then Rick Carlton in the chat says, go Pumas.
What's up, Rick?
What's up, Slick Rick?
Slick, you could be in the booth hanging out with us, right? You're a friend of mine. You get privileges.
Doesn't he? He works.
No, he works daytime at the brewery.
Yeah, he works.
Daytime. Oh, my. All right, so here we go. Lopez and company up 14 with the ball back after the interception, looking to put this one away.
This is the Ed Morse Automotive Group drive of the game, Dave.
Meyer
Let me
motion.
tell you.
Meyer goes back
He's
to
got
Wrigley
him.
Field. Oh, Bryson Meyer making a man miss. Wow, what a play by Bryson Meyer. Could have been an interception. He could have taken a big hit, but he gets 5 yards.
Yeah, that was great recognition from Anthony Tergay-son, on the Tanque Verde Hawks. Unfortunately, could not wrap him up, and Bryson Meyer able to get 5 yards out of what looked like to be a kill shot from Anthony.
Jeremy Meyer, the PA, is a much more composed dad than I would be. That's my boy. I'd be like, Bryson Meyer, deal with it.
As a 4-yard gain over something that looked like it could have been a negative play, and a potential turnover with a big hit. Great shout out to Bryson Meyer for getting something positive off of that one.
Oh, the kid's got swagger, in a very confident, not like cocky swagger. He carries himself with a confidence. 2nd and 6, handoff to Meyer. Meyer's going to bounce it to the outside. Oh, another huge step forward. Bryson Meyer is just throwing Hawks around like ragdolls. First down, Pumas.
He's got too many nicknames already, Dave, but that was Beast Mode Bryson Meyer right
Beast
there.
Mode Bryson.
That was a huge stiff arm to give the Pumas the first down. Like I said, the Ed Morse Automotive Group drive of the game. If the Pumas are going to eat up clock, if they can finish it with a touchdown, all that'll be left are the handshakes.
Bryson Meyer doing his best Randy Marsh saying, "Sit down."
He's got great vision, too. That's something we don't talk about.
Patience, vision, strength, every component needed to make an elite running back. Speed.
He's going to play baseball at the next level,
Yes.
but if he wants to.
Oh, no, the kid's a baseball player. And Lopez will be a D1 cornerback for somebody. And by the way, I can also play quarterback in case you need me to. New set of downs for the Pumas. Lopez, hands off. Bryson making people miss. Getting 2 out of nothing. 2nd and 8. Pumas.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, Dave, the Tanque Verde Hawks won that on the line of scrimmage. Carter Flip gets in the backfield, but you got to get your shoulder pads into Bryson Meyer. You try to hang on. He's too strong for that one.
The kid's a professional race car driver.
This is the part of the game that the offensive line loves. Run the ball. Let us lean on these defensive linemen and try to push them back. This is the one time that offensive linemen can be aggressive and get downfield.
Yeah, then when they get to punch back. 2nd and 8
Get to
for the
punch
Pumas.
first.
That is a handoff. Nice. They're beating the first man tackle.
Yep.
So that's going to make it 3rd and 5. Jackson Albert, again, for first man tackling. And right now, Bisbee's beating it.
Dave, what's the difference between a good defense and a great defense?
First man tackling.
First man tackling. And if Tanque Verde could get back there, again, it was John Fletcher for the Tanque Verde Hawks getting in the backfield, but again, just slipping underneath. If they make the first tackles on these last 2 plays, Dave, we're looking at a 3rd and 14.
Yes.
But that's great. That's a great job from the running backs of Bisbee, making something out of nothing.
So Lopez has 4 spread out wide. He's going to put Coronado in motion. He's going to hand it off to Meyer, though. Look at the vision of Bryson Meyer. First down, Pumas. Back-breaking run by Beast Mode Bryson.
And there's been beautiful clock management for the Bisbee Pumas, Dave.
Ooh.
There's going to be 3 minutes taken off this clock. Oh, we do have a player down for Tanque Verde with 8:53 left to go in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, he doesn't look to be in the best ways right now.
Rosina Donahue in the chat says, wow, what a run, talking about the Meyer stiff arm way back.
Yeah. Beast Mode Bryson.
He's got too many nicknames.
8:53.
Now, Bryson's just a name that's ripe for nicknames.
Well, you earn nicknames around these parts, and Bryson Meyer has earned every one of them. You ever seen a kid throw a baseball? That's an arm of fire.
You ever seen a kid hit a baseball?
Big bombs.
Multiple times, Bryson Myers sent that baseball over that left field wall into those trees.
Responsible for the longest home run in the history of Warren Ballpark, measured at 1,473 feet. Oh, well, he's up, though. He's up.
That's Sebastian Blakeman, David. Sebastian's had a great game offensively for the Tanque Verde
And
Hawks.
special teams as well.
So it's good to see him get up and run. As always, you always want to see teams play each other at full strength. So it looks like he's going to take a minute to catch his breath and get back on the field. Obviously, the trainers did come out, so he has to miss this play. 8:53 left to go in the ball game. 28-14, Pumas on top. And what I was saying, Dave, is this has been beautiful clock management from the Pumas as well, as they've already taken off 3 minutes and 7 seconds on this clock here in the 4th quarter. Clock is running.
And they got a new set of downs. Meyer goes back to check the clock. Lopez has trips a bunch right, 1 out left. Hands it off to Big Bomb. Beast Mode Bryson up the right side. Beast Mode Bryson carrying Hawks with them down to the 31-yard line. First down, Pumas.
I think this one might be coming back, Dave. We have a flag on the far side. Pumas walking backwards as if it's going to be a holding on Bisbee.
Stay out of the way. We're having a football game here. No, they're doing a fine job. They missed 1 or 2.
So here's the thing. I'm going to address it right now while I have this platform. I hate the term, you can't make that call. How about the term, you can't commit that penalty? Not necessarily in this instance, but I'm really sick of hearing people blame the refs when obvious penalties are called.
So
on this one, we have to get the replays. Oh,
they're
too
bringing
late.
it. Oh, yeah, so that's going to be 1st and 22 for the Pumas. Down and this is not really an issue for Lopez, but not easy at 1st and 22.
Well, if they convert this, Dave, all that is left is the handshakes. If they get a first down on this series of plays.
Pitch out to the left side to Meyer. Meyer's looking for a hole. Meyer's had a nice run down to the 50-yard line to make it 2nd and 14. Nice run by Bryson Meyer.
Again, he's getting 9 yards in that carry that looks like when you look up, you think he's at the line of scrimmage. He just gets down. He just knows how to get downfield. There's natural running backs. I say it all the time, and Bryson Meyer is a natural running back.
Beast mode Bryson. Running back over to the huddle. Under 8 minutes to go in this great game here tonight in Bisbee, Arizona. Cochise County Game of the Week. Again, thank you for coming down, Tanque Verde Hawks. There was no hospitable to us last week. We wanted to re-show the hospitality.
This is second. I mean, from where they were, this is a second and manageable for the Pumas.
Oh, yeah. Lopez has that trips bunch left that they like. He's going to quarterback keep that thing. Good blocking. Lopez is going to get back up to the original line of scrimmage to make it 3rd and 10.
Can't teach speed, Dave, and that play was sniffed out by the Tanque Verde Hawks. Lopez gets by the first man and bolts forward for about another 5-6 yard gain, making it a 3rd and manageable situation for the Pumas. They get another 5 or 6. You know they're going to go for it on 4th down, and that would be the backbreaker of this ball game if they were able to convert
like
that.
Like you said, first down, and first down is ball game. So Tanque Verde's defense, their entire season riding on this possession right here.
Shout out Liam Brand, who's back for the Bisbee Pumas, Nathan Cano, Fabian Hernandez, Spencer Anthony, and I believe Isaiah Montiel, the 5 linemen, doing a great job here in the 4th quarter, killing the clock for the Pumas.
I'd be scared tonight. She wasn't here when we got here. I was like, wait a minute. But the good luck charm is back in the house. We're good to go.
They don't jump on the hard count. Pumas do get a look at the defense. The clock is running down. The clock is running down. The clock is running down. That's going to be a timeout for the Bisbee Pumas.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the delay of game.
No, great awareness from head coach Carlos Lopez. Calls the timeout. The Bisbee Pumas, with the 2-score lead, can afford to take a timeout right now.
Yes, they absolutely can. And that's going to give me an opportunity to thank the Sierra Vista Medical Group. When you experience illness or injury, Sierra Vista Medical Group is there. They're doctors, nurses, and caregivers dedicated to getting you back to the community you love and dedicated to helping you live your healthiest life. Connect with a provider today. See svmedicalgroup.org.
Connect with the provider. You can also connect with Wacky Pack Wednesdays at the Sierra Vista Sonic Drive-In, where kids' meals are only $2.49 with no limit. At those prices, Dave, a kid meal becomes a very real adult meal after a few purchases.
I don't eat much. That's perfect for me.
I do eat much. And that's what the Copper Queen Community Hospital said I need to stop doing, but I'll order 3 of them.
Fabian Hernandez getting down to La Bamba. Because they're about to La Bamba the way to a first down and a playoff berth. And give me a home playoff game in my booth in Bisbee, Arizona. I will have a heart attack before the game starts. And if I made it to the baseball championship, I can make it through that.
Like we said, folks, a win here would all but eliminate the Tombstone Yellow Jackets in contention for the region, but Wilcox and Benson still alive.
Lopez rolling out to his right on 3rd and 8. He's going for all of it.
He's got it.
He wants it all. Through the hands of Miles Schuler. He had him wide open, and just through the hands, the Bisbee Butterballs coming back to haunt them. So 4th and 8 for the Pumas. Let's see what they do.
We see Diaz Lopez coming onto the field on this one, which lets me believe that it could possibly be a punt and it will be as Sebastian Lopez comes off the field. Tristan Meyer also trotting onto the field for the Bisbee Pumas.
Well, the good news for Lopez is if he gets to play quarterback at the next level, they'll catch everything for him. I mean, it's high school. You know, balls sometimes hit the ground. But, yeah, so they're going to play the chess match, punt this thing away, 6:23, and hope that their defense can just put away the Hawks. Coronado is going to kick it. The left side of the ball is going to go out of bounds right around the 35, I believe.
Yeah, not the greatest punt, Dave, but the Tanque Verde Hawks sent the house on that one, rushed the process from Michael Coronado. Did a great job with their punt rush. The Bisbee Pumas punting the ball away. And now the defense has to step up with 6:17 to play, and boy, have they been great here in this second half.
The change of possession, I'd like to thank Swaharo Air Solutions for guaranteed honest service. Choose Swaharo Air Solutions, locally owned and operated company offering heating, cooling, system servicing, repair, replacement, and certified duct cleanings. Give Swaharo Air Solutions a call, 520-699-4237.
What a sponsor to read, because Tanque Verde can't take the air out of the ball in this one, Dave. They're going to have to try to air it out. and get back into this ball game. And this is the first time we've seen the spread formation from the Hawks.
Yeah, it's desperation time. Can't hold anything back now. Rocco is going to get a ball tip.
Michael Coronado!
Touchdown!
Pumas! Ball game! Dave, I'm sorry I said it wrong. After that big play from Michael Coronado, one defensive play and a defensive touchdown for the Bisbee Pumas. 34-14, 6:07 to play. All that's left in this one is the handshakes, and the Bisbee Pumas in complete control of this one. I think they might have locked up the region with this, Dave.
And that portly lady is going, I can sing! And that'll do it. The Bisbee Pumas are going to win the region. The Bisbee Pumas are going to the playoffs. And they beat Tombstone. They're going to be playing it right here.
Because Bisbee did beat Benson. They did beat Wilcox as the only other one-loss teams in. Oh, sorry, here we go.
Yeah, that's it. And that kick is kicked into the parking lot. And it is good. 35-14. 6:07 on the clock. Welcome to the playoffs, Bisbee, Arizona.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what, Dave. What a defensive showcase from the Bisbee Pumas tonight. Lost in the sauce because the defense or the offense was putting on a show. The defense of the Bisbee Pumas really the story tonight. Turnover after turnover after turnover. Michael Coronado finds the end zone. If you're not going to do it on offense, do it on defense. What a play. 6:07 to ice the game. 35-14, Pumas on top.
That touchdown brought to you by After Hours HVAC. For all your local heating and cooling needs, After Hours is driven to make a difference, ensuring their customers get the highest level of care and commitment. Give them a call, 520-459-5257.
So, Dave, we effectively say that the region is won from the Bisbee Pumas. They're not going to lose to Santa Rita. So that's just it. So in order for Wilcox or Benson, who will beat up on each other next week, a game we will be at, to win the region, they would need 2 losses from the Pumas, as the Pumas have tiebreakers over the Bobcats and the Cowboys.
There's going to be the return, and he is back in the game, but he is going to get taken down at the 27-yard line. Tanqe Verde's last gasp with 6:01 left, down 21.
Dave, I'm going to say it. We said hitting's contagious. Spencer Anthony coming up there and popping some people. You remember in the third quarter when Tanqe Verde was running all over the Pumas, Michael Coronado made a couple of big hits and really turned this game around defensively, where the defense started to act like the red brick wall out there, and the Tanqe Verde Hawks have had nothing since.
It is officially a Puma party in Bisbee, Arizona. It's also Coach Todd Hammond's birthday. We're going over to Old Bisbee Brewery after this game.
No one cares.
Hang out with Coach Todd. We care much about Coach Todd Hammond.
No, we don't care. They don't care that we're going to the brewery company, brother.
Go see my beautiful wife. I just want to give my wife a shout out. My beautiful wife at Old Bisbee Brewery.
Shout outs. Can
I just say hello to my beautiful wife?
Fabian Hernandez and Mason Richardson on that tackle. Under 6 minutes to play. Tanqe Verde trying to run the ball. Bisbee was ready for it.
One last time tonight, I'd like to thank the Sierra Vista Soap Company, locally handmade bath and body products. Visit them at SierraVistaSoapCompany.com. All of our sponsors tonight are running across your screen, so support the businesses that support your community.
Yeah, without them, folks, we don't get to do this, and this is something that we love to do. And we definitely support the businesses that support your community.
As we drive up to the stadium tonight, saw the lights, I said it never gets old. Never gets old. Hand off up the middle for 3 yards, 2nd and 7. That clock is ticking, and now that's it, man. The fat lady has sung. The hands have been shook. We are all done here in Bisbee, Arizona.
Diaz-Lopez on that tackle again. It would have to take the Bisbee Pumas bus breaking down and then not getting to Santa Rita unless they have Santa Rita here. Or whoever they're playing.
This is the last home game of the year. That's why we're here.
No, there you go. It would take a catastrophic event for the Bisbee Pumas to lose control of the region, and boy, have they been special this year.
Yeah, no, there's something different going on in Bisbee, Arizona right now. Rocco's going to roll out to his right. He had a man open, but overthrows him. Heavy pursuit from tackling field Spencer Anthony. He's taking a lot of hits in the second half.
Spencer Anthony really doesn't show it. He's just a nose to the grindstone type of player, but he kind of half-heartedly did the Conor McGregor strut all the way back to the.
Oh, did he?
I swear. Watch it back. Rick Carlton in the chat says, "Let's go Pumas." Thanks for the shout-out. Well, you're very welcome, Rick. He says, "You are killing the broadcast as always. Thank you." And then Kirstina Peterson, says, "Good job, Pumas."
Great job, Pumas. Yeah, Tanque Verde is a tough test, and Bisbee has gotten through it. And they are going to punt. That's going to be it. They're going to acknowledge that this game is also over. Let's get everybody out of here healthy. That's a great punt. We've had last 2 weeks a great punt. Oh, ball's on the ground. That's Tanque Verde football. Yes, it is. Oh, a breath of life for Tanque Verde on the 34-yard line. Got to see it in your hands. Got to finish the play.
That's just one of those where it was kind of in between where he wanted to catch that ball. Mason Richardson couldn't corral it. Tanque Verde on it. That's going to give him new life with 4:28 to play. It would take a Peyton Manning type effort here. The only quarterback to come back in a game down 21 points in under 3 minutes. That's kind of what we're looking at for Tanque Verde.
It would take many a miracle.
Alyssa Valenzuela back in the chat says, "Way to go, Pumas." And you're very
that
much,
ball's
Alyssa.
on the ground. Rocco picks it up, throws it up to the right
That
side.
is
Tries to take out that
intentional
cameraman
grounding.
again. He must know that guy.
That is most definitely intentional grounding. Refs pointing to somebody, looking for a linesman. They're going to get together and communicate on this one. That should be a penalty and a loss of down for the Tanque Verde Hawks.
Jeremy Meyer comically pointing that out as well over the PA system. He's like, there was nobody over there here, guy.
And he didn't roll out of the tackle box. So
That's it. That's intentional grounding. That is going to loss of down for the Tanque Verde Hawks.
A great game here tonight under the SSVEC lights, SSVEC lights for the Bisbee Pumas. So that 5 times fast.
A lot of smiles on the faces and the fans in front of me. Again, reality's kicking in. We're going to the playoffs. Second and 15 for Tanque Verde. Hand off to that very impressive running back that they have. He gets a lot of that back. 2nd and 6. Harrison is just he is their best player. He's a senior, we found out last week too, which stinks.
3rd and 5 now after that good run from the Tanque Verde Hawks. The Bisbee Puma defense playing a little bit of a not shell, but they're definitely being passive and do not want to let up anything behind them. Remember, Dave, they are pitching a shutout here in the second half.
That's going to be handoff up the middle.
He fights for
short
it.
of the first down. That's going to be a very short 4th and 1.
Ken
for
Hutchinson,
Tanque Verde.
you are very welcome for the broadcast. We appreciate you as well for joining us. 4th and inches
Thank you
now.
everybody for joining us on COOLFM Live. Don't forget, we have a YouTube page now where highlights will live forever.
We have a COOLFM sports page. Don't forget to like and follow everything that COOLFM does. Big things coming along. Different ways for us to keep all of our sports on the internet somehow.
4th and a yard for Tanque Verde. Bisbee's loading up the box, and they do the tushy-pushy and get the first down.
No tush push on that one, Dave. Just a straight quarterback sneak.
Or whatever, quarterback sneak,
Seahawks ruined everything for everyone.
So as this clock ticks down, I want to recognize the senior cheerleaders once again. Marissa Delgado, Brooklyn Early, Aliana Flores, Alessandra Hernandez, Yudi Menendez, Danae Morales, Destiny Rodriguez, Angelina Romero, and Eduardo Navarrete. Congratulations, seniors.
1st and 10, play action.
There goes. He's going to roll out to his right.
Good catch.
I think he caught that ball.
That was Cooper again.
Cooper's having a heck of a second half. I think he caught that ball.
With just under 3 minutes to play, folks. Again, all that's left is the handshakes. We're going to go run through these seniors one more time, going from 99, getting the big men in there first, all the way down. Number 99, Jeremiah Torres, offensive lineman and defensive lineman for the Pumas.
Yeah, also Enrique Romero, number 90, offensive and defensive lineman. Hog volley.
Ivan Ibarra, wide receiver and defensive back for the Pumas.
Nathan Cano, offensive lineman, defensive lineman, senior, number 66.
Also, Angel Mendoza. What a hit from Spencer Anthony.
Laying the wood.
Him and Michael Coronado. He and Michael Coronado, I should say. Absolutely Kelvin to lay the lumber tonight. But Angel Mendoza, or Angel Mendoza, however you would say it, offensive defensive lineman senior for the Pumas.
Yeah, number 64, Efren Dinogene, offensive defensive lineman.
Number 52, tackling fuel, Spencer Anthony.
Spencer Anthony, tackling fuel. Let's see. Javi Montiel, baby. Javi.
Charlie Austin,
Right.
number
Oh,
25.
almost intercepted again. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
You're fine. Number 25, Charlie Austin, wide receiver, defensive back.
Number 24, Eric Serrano, running back, linebacker.
Number 14, Mason Richardson, wide receiver, defensive back.
Number 10, Captain Emilio Diaz Lopez, running back, linebacker, do everything player for the Pumas.
Number 5, captain Michael Coronado, wide receiver, outside linebacker, and punter.
Number 4, give him an inch, and he takes Miles Schuler. As you saw tonight, they gave him an inch, and he took the whole thing.
3-year captain Sebastian Lopez, might be 4-year. We've only been doing this for 3 years. Quarterback Sebastian Lopez, number 3.
And beast mode, Bryson Meyer, the running back, number 1. Congratulations, seniors. He's got a wide open player up the left side. See if he is not going to get into the end zone. Bisbee made sure of that.
125 to
As
play.
they move the chain. It's a first and goal from the 1.
Ana Munoz in the chat says, Pumas all the way. Thank you guys for broadcasting. Great job broadcasting. Sorry. You're very welcome and can't wait for basketball season.
Oh,
That's
he
Dave's
does.
bread and butter.
Oh, yeah. Basketball is my favorite sport. Love to watch him dribble up and down the court.
Oh, please stop.
That's Curtis Blow.
Really? That wasn't an episode of Saved by the Bell.
No, that's how he used to play on the radio.
Really?
Moses Malone and Dr. J. That's an actual song. We're playing
I don't believe you.
basketball.
I do not believe you.
I'm dead serious. We'll look it up in the car on the way.
We got offside on the Bisbee Pumas, and that ball's going to stop, and that's actually fortunate for the Bisbee Pumas as Tanqe Verde ran that quarterback sneak right into the end zone.
They play that song in the Bisbee gym sometimes.
One last time, folks, I want to thank SSVEC, Ed Morse Automotive Group, and the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty. Of course, we have special shout-outs for them because, SSVEC with power, lights, Ed Morse has drives, Sherry Ethel team has real estate in the end zone,
First and goal from the 1 for Tanqe Verde. I just want to give another real quick shout out to T&B Tire Services based in Wilcox. Go see Mark Teeters, 2060 North Haskell Avenue for all your tire needs.
That's a touchdown for the Tanqe Verde Hawks
Cutter
to close
for
the
Tanqe
gap just a
Verde.
little bit. Now they do have to go for onside kicks and 2-way special teams, Dave.
It
Always
would
an
take the
adventure.
Make-A-Wish Foundation to
Hey,
get Bisbee to lose
2-way
this year.
special teams, Dave. Always an adventure. We have people watching. We can't let them. We have to keep them engaged.
Keep the suspense going.
Exactly.
Got to get that ad money, Mark Zuckerberg.
And coming out of left field, it's number 15, Patrick Mahomes for the Tanqe Verde Hawks. They can do this one.
Let's see if they can get this extra point across.
Speaking of Tanqe Verde, or number 15, Patrick Mahomes, I had an argument over if Tonopah Valley or, I can't remember, whoever the number 1 team is in 2A is better. And I said Tonopah because they have the best player in 2A from what I've seen.
We saw Tonopah Valley played the Wilcox Cowboys and scored on every single, and a touchdown on every possession of that game. It was a sight.
We have great players in Cochise County, especially led by Sebastian Lopez, Landon Ward, and let's not forget Cash Nashmore and Scrappy from the Buena Colts.
Yes,
but
sir.
And everyone on the St. David roster. But I'll tell you, that kid looked like he was.
Ready.
He when you see someone that looks like they're jogging, it's just a little different.
Buena Colts, big win tonight. Next week is it. We've waited all year for this. Buena Colts and Marana. Buena beats Marana, we start thinking about titles for the Buena Colts.
Well, Cochise County is going to send someone else into the postseason for 2A.
Wilcox.
The question will it be through? Well, they got Wilcox and Benson. Whoever wins that game can pretty much punch their ticket into the postseason. And from what we've seen this year, Cochise County has a good chance to make deep runs in the postseason.
St. David as well. That's
Well, I'm talking about 2A
kick.
especially. That's Isaiah Montiel.
Is that ball on the ground?
And I believe the ball came out.
What is that?
Are they going to call momentum? The refs are getting together.
This would be a quite interesting turn of events if this ball falls with Tanqe Verde.
It said the ball is going to go to the Bisbee Pumas. Tanqe Verde does not have 3 timeouts. So with 47 seconds, it's all elementary from here.
Congratulations, Bisbee Pumas. You're going to the playoffs. I will see you right here in this booth 3 weeks from tonight. We are going to do a Bisbee Puma playoff game in Bisbee, Arizona. Let's have some fun. And as Coach Todd Hammond has already predicted, they will give us the Wilcox Cowboys because that's what they do.
It'll be a rematch of Cochise County, and again, we saw the
game
business.
to a yard.
So here's the thing: the Santa Cruz Dust Devils was at 31-7 beat the Pumas, and then Wilcox lost 65-21, I believe it was, against Tonopah Valley, two of the top 5 teams. Here's the thing: that was early in the season, and these teams are trying to find themselves. From what I've seen from Cochise County teams, they definitely can compete at the very top level.
Oh, 100%. This is a different Bisbee Puma team that played that team in week 2. And that's it. Victory formation, baby. We are done here. Let's go, Pumas!
On your feet for your Bisbee Pumas, Puma fans.
One more kneel down, and that's going to do it, Dave, as we hear the Puma fans get live, as it's all, it's not, the job's not done. But you own tiebreakers over the second and third place teams in your region right now, who each have a loss. It's looking, if we had probability meters, it's probably 99.9% that the Bisbee Pumas win this region.
Yes, sir. This game is going to conclude with a final score of 35-21. And I've got my other favorite song go, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. See you, Bisbee Pumas in the playoffs. Had enough. Let's go, boys.
All right, then, folks. Everyone, thank you for joining us on Cool FM Live. Do not forget to like and follow the Facebook page. Follow Cool FM Sports on Facebook and subscribe to the brand new Cool FM Live YouTube channel. For Dave Davies, Ernesto, I am Paul Quarter, and we will see you in Benson, Arizona next week.